100. Episode
100.
100.
Woo!
You maniacs have been listening to us scream into the void about movies for hundreds of hours. We really appreciate it. Dex already starting off hot, being silenced by Big Spotify.
Spotify heard last episode and they're trying to cancel us and take me off the air, but they can't win. I had to switch to Google Chrome from Safari, so my MacBook's going to be yelling at me, but you know, it is what it is. We move.
Your MacBook's gonna just explode into your take is that Safari stinks, right?
It stinks. The fuck out of here.
It's really bad. I don't know why you use it.
We are joined by Caitlin and Kat. Kat coming on for the first time. She's been with us since day one.
She's been on before, bro.
Woo!
Pay attention.
I've only been on for like mini episodes though, I think.
He was on
Yeah.
for Cruel Intentions when
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I don't even know where I was, and Dex was like, "We're gonna do Cruel Intentions." And I was like, "Be my guest." I don't.
Step
right.
sibling
That was
porn, the movie.
Phenomenal film about step siblings who want to fuck each other.
I mean, yes, but if you want to know where all of that comes from, 1990s. All right, so we are doing our best takes. Our worst takes. Worst
I didn't prepare for good takes.
for good takes.
I brought some shit to the show today. Like,
Right.
We are doing our worst takes ever. Worst takes on the pod concerning TV and movies, not like everyday life, like politics or anything. Like, well, if you want to do that, I guess, Caitlin.
No, let's not do that.
That's like my brand is like
Yeah.
let's get political.
Let's make this movie podcast political. All right. Let's Caitlin had two. Caitlin, let's start with your first one. You said that was little, and then we'll go up from there.
It's small. Okay. So this is and Kat knows what this one is. But basically, okay, so y'all know the TV show Glee. So
Yes.
Familiar.
So yeah, it's a horrible show. Like, I know. But I do also believe that the pilot episode of Glee is the best piece of television ever made. And I will die on that horse. It got greenlit for a reason. And it got greenlit because it's objectively very funny. And like, it's also, Kat didn't realize this, but Don't Stop Believing is in the first episode. It's the last 5 minutes of the episode is Don't Stop Believing. It's a banger. It's very good. And I believe that the golden age of television began with that episode.
I mean, you're objectively
Pilot
wrong.
episode of Glee started the golden age of television. We're coming in hot.
Not
Glee
The
is-
Wire.
Glee is good, but not that good.
The
But
pilot
it's
episode
good.
is
wait, are you arguing that Glee is good?
I like Glee. I didn't hate it. It's
You
not
like
bad.
one season. Everybody likes one season of Glee.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I did
yes.
not- I did not
important
watch-
clarification.
Okay, I did not watch the whole thing, but I remember a season and a half in there where I was in. It was all right.
which season? I objectively am like the target audience of Glee, and I hate Glee. But like, I think that first episode is very good. But also, just like, I think Will Schuester is like peak creepy. We have your like pedophile other teacher who's like just lurking around selling drugs in like Bed Bath and Beyond. Like, that's objectively hysterical. Anyway,
As a
There
person
is
who's never
no
seen a
euphoria
full
without-
episode of Glee, I'm so confused right now. I thought they were just singing. I didn't realize there was pedophilia.
No.
Like,
there's a lot. I actually really do suggest that you go on YouTube and look up the Glee iceberg, because what it talks about is like the way that Will Schuester is truly a disaster of a human being who should be murdered. And
Oh.
like, I really do agree with that. And you can watch it without context and it's still very good. It ends with a thong song.
Glee,
A classic.
Glee and pedophilia. Art imitates life, unfortunately.
Wow.
Unfortunately. So you're saying that not Mad Men, not The Wire,
No.
not Breaking Bad that came out.
Oh, I hate
It was
earlier.
Breaking Bad.
Glee.
oh,
Bad.
Glee.
Now
Yeah,
that's a take right there. That is a
No.
take.
That's where we
My-
can start. Let's do that.
my student, I told my students that I hated Breaking Bad because everyone hates Skylar White, and I think that's just peak misogyny. And then he wrote an entire paper that was very, very good about how Skylar White is the worst character ever written onto television. And
Not wrong.
and it was just a giant meme to upset me, and I had to give him an A because the paper was very good. But I ended up being like, if I could fail you, I would. And anyway.
I didn't like the anti-Skylar stuff either. I agree with Caitlin that the anti-Skylar stuff was mostly just dude bros who didn't want to deal with consequences of Walter's actions.
Yeah,
But also,
back on it. Ugh.
Yeah, but at the time they were coming in very hot with Skylar. She couldn't do anything right.
No,
was
it
awful.
was like she's defending her family against like meth selling dad, and they're like, "How fucking dare she?" Like, what
How
the-
dare her with her
How
face?
dare you?
women, right? Fuck women, but Skylar, but like we're not incels. We just
Women
only hate
be
Skylar.
shopping is
And then
basically.
they say like, "Oh, she gave him a bad hand job one time, so like she had it coming." It's like, wait a second, what?
My student
He
used
put
the
the
fact
family in
that her
danger.
my student used the fact that her son hated her as evidence that she sucked, and I'm like, there are a lot of people whose kids dislike them that are not that people.
Usually, a lot of times your kid hates you because you're being like a parent versus
Yeah.
like sometimes your parents it was clear that he hated his mom because his mom was being a parent. That's
Yeah.
why he hated his mom.
So I'm like, is that really evidence?
You won't let me go live with dad, and it's just like dad sells meth.
Your dad should be in prison. He's a drug pit. Like, oh my god, he's a drug lord.
That
Don't
really
do
is
that stuff with
Skylar.
my dad. Leave me alone, mom.
I want to be with my dad.
All right, that's a great one to start out with. But Kat, what is your take now?
Okay. So I think Kate is probably going to hate me the most for this. And even I only like maybe 70% back this one fully. But there are seeds of it that I will stand behind. And it's, if Kirsten Dunst hadn't killed Jim Sturgis's career in Upside Down, he could have had what Andrew Garfield has now.
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
Jim Sturgis? Jim
Well,
Sturgis, who hasn't been in anything since Across the Universe? That
Well,
just
you're making her point. You're
Okay,
making her point.
That's my point, though, is he
You're
was
making
in
her
a string
point.
of like decent stuff in the early 2000s, right? He did Across the Universe. He did One Day with Anne Hathaway. He did that 21 movie, the casino
21.
one.
21 is
Which-
good.
With He Who Shall Not Be Named. But
With
like
redacted.
he was doing a
That's
whole
creepy.
string of things. People were generally like feeling good about him. They weren't like, oh, you know, this movie was great, except he sucks. Like people felt generally like okay about him. Like he never had like a super huge like breakout moment or anything, but he had like a steady stream of good work. And then he did Upside Down. And have we heard from him since then?
He was actually in Dex's favorite movie,
This is not my favorite movie.
Which one?
but
Which one?
Cloud Atlas.
Cloud Atlas. Cloud Atlas is
Oh.
Dex's favorite movie.
But that
A movie
wasn't
that
right
Kat
before
also knows
Upside
is
Down,
good.
though.
Here's the thing. Kat also thinks Cloud Atlas is good.
Okay, I was
So
saying
there's next.
I
That's
was
like that was
joking that
next
like
when
I
Dex
was
was
gonna try to bring this take, but then I realized like we were talking about this, and I was like, I think though that if I went back and watched it, it would be a like, oh no moment. It's a like you love it on the first watch, you love it even on like the second watch, but if you like give yourself time and then go back, you're like,
It falls apart.
Any
Yeah.
sort of objectivity, you're just like, ah.
yes, yes. But as far
Wait.
as like cinematic spectacle and just like the form, like and the
How
cool,
did we
like,
get
things
roped
they're
into
trying to
talking
do,
about Cloud
it's cool.
Atlas again?
Because
Because
of
it's
Jim Sturgis,
amazing.
who could
Also,
have-
you
no,
brought it
He
up.
could have
No,
had
it's
the
amazing.
career that Andrew Garfield
is-
has.
This is what Kat wanted to do all along, though. This
Yeah.
was a secret plan
It
for
was
her
a
to
secret plan
bash.
to just
no,
talk about
no,
Cloud Atlas.
You wanted to bash Kristen Dunst,
Yes.
which you knew was a shit move. Second of all, you want to praise Jim Sturgis unrightfully, and then you wanted to then take that praise of Jim Sturgis to then try to redeem the trash dumpster fire that is Cloud Atlas.
Wait a
So
minute.
remember how
Hold
like
on.
2
So-
seconds ago I said Kate specifically will
Yeah, she did say you
hate?
that did say
Tell
that.
me, do I know her? Or do I know her? So Kirsten Dunst.
Explain
Let's
how
talk
that's
about
true.
Kirsten Dunst.
Explain how that's
we,
true.
we
No,
can,
she's
we can
in
slander
excellent
Kristen Dunst on
movies.
this podcast.
She
No.
is great. No,
We
she's
can do that.
Yeah.
She is in excellent movies. In every
But-
single one of them, she's got that dead look behind her eyes. Like if you
True.
actually look at her,
Fair, Kat.
she's like
That's true.
reading the script and
You're
not doing anything more than
That
that.
is
I'm
true.
sorry.
Kat, you're
She
being
plays great
unfair.
characters in well-written movies, and whoever is like doing her agent management stuff, like is helping her pick excellent projects. Like I love all of her movies. I love the movies she's in. I
Except
don't
Power of
think
the
she
Dog,
does
which sucks.
anything that like any other actors couldn't do.
Caitlin
better.
likes Power of the Dog, so she
Kat, the problem is you are underestimating the fact that she was raised in the Interview with a Vampire School of Acting, which required her to play. It was her first
Oh my
role.
God.
It required her to play quite literally a dead girl who makes out with Brad Pitt.
But like,
You
look
were
at
raised-
Kristen Stewart. Like,
Yeah, I think that Kristen Dunst gave us fucking Bring It On. Are you gonna say that she looked dead behind the eyes and Bring It On?
kinda,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, if you actually go back and watch any of her movies and you look for it, you won't be able to stop seeing it. Like, I'm
So
telling you.
no, I look at all of her movies all the time because I love Kristen Dunst. And you're just
But why do you love her?
Yeah,
why do I
for
love
what?
her? First of all, okay, well, when you put it as for what, anything I give you is gonna sound stupid.
She's married to Jesse Plemons.
She
married
is
to
a part
Jesse
of the
Plemons.
most equally matched Hollywood couple. But
Ever.
Last time we talked about this, I was like, Jesse Plemons is so weird, and y'all were like, Kristen Dunst and Jesse Plemons are of equal leagues. And I'm like, that's
They are the
actually
same
not
level of weird. They're
That is
attractive.
not- Jesse Plemons is hard to look at. I can actually look at Kristen Dunst. Like
I
Jesse Plemons
disagree.
doesn't have eyebrows. But also, Kristen
Oh my
Dunst
god, that's so mean. Poor
I think
Jessie.
they're
What
on
did
the-
he do to you?
I think they're on the same level.
Kirsten Dunst in Fargo. If y'all have seen that show,
She was great in that season.
she was
I'll give you
absolutely
that.
exceptional. And I think
She
she had
was.
that. I think she had that Kristen Stewart redemption moment. At least there, she is very expressionful and not dead at all in the Fargo show. She kills it.
Wait, did she play a racist in Hidden Figures?
Probably.
I don't-
I mean,
Is that her? Is that like Anna Van Camp or like someone like that? I don't know. if she was
the
in
fact
it.
that you don't know is like proof of our point about
Exactly. Was it Anna Van Camp? Was it her? Was it Evan Rachel Wood? I don't know. Like,
who can say, really?
Someone told me, did Jesse Plemons play a racist in X movie? I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you'd be like, yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. The answer's probably yes. He
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
did.
He's
And he
incredible
played the
at
fuck
it,
out
too.
of it. Yeah.
He's really good at playing a racist in movies.
Her name is Kristen Dunst. She might have played a white supremacist. I don't know. With a name like Kirsten.
Yeah, you can't. You don't have to ask. Has Jesse Plemons played a racist on camera? You have to ask how many times has Jesse Plemons played
Yes.
a racist on
Has
camera?
Jesse Plemons ever not played?
Had not
Yes.
played a racist. Yeah.
You watch the
What a
movie, you're like, is he
legacy.
racist in this one? Yeah, yes. Oh, okay, he is racist. It's okay.
And
So
even when it's not explicit, you do have
It's,
to wonder.
it's
if
implied in
along
Power of the
line.
Dog.
Implied.
They're in Wyoming.
Yeah.
isn't that in like 1820 or some shit? Everybody was racist. It was
1925. So yeah.
It was a given.
And it's Wyoming,
It
and
wasn't
it's
even
Jesse Plemons.
1820,
Yeah,
and
and
you
it's
said it was
Wyoming.
1925. So yeah,
Yeah. 100 years hadn't changed
1920,
anything.
same thing.
There wasn't
And I
much
can't
progress
argue
between
with that, yeah.
1820 and 1920, especially in Wyoming. Things probably got worse in that 100 years in Wyoming, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, we might
Okay.
need to reformat the podcast to where the three of us just sit back and watch two other people argue about something.
I love it. I
This is
fucking
amazing.
love it. This is incredible.
But two
We're not-
people who know each other very well, so it's like also like laced in backstory of like how dare
I
you?
love it. What
Just-
an idea.
Just no backstory for the audience, but just you two yelling at each other. No, fuck
Getting
you, fuck
like
you. Remember when you
deeply,
said this?
intensely personal. Yeah.
Fuck Cloud Atlas. No, fuck Kristen Dunst. No.
Like,
I
what's the
have a-
backstory here? Is there any sort of like? Is there any sort of? They're just like you got to go watch like 18 Twitch streams down to like find this one.
No, it's just because someone once told me I looked vaguely like Kirsten Dunst, and now I get really defensive over her. And I'm like, and I think I dyed my hair red slightly for her Mary Jane, and it's like I don't know. I get sentimental. I like her in Little Women. She's very good as Amy.
The weirdest thing about
The script
Kristen
was
Dunst
really
is
good in Little Women.
the weirdest
I
thing
read
about
the
Kristen
lines.
Dunst is that Tom Cruise sends her a birthday cake every single year on her birthday because he remembered that she liked a certain cake when she was like 14. So really, Tom Cruise just remembers her as like 14 years old.
That is the exact same energy as like aunt or uncle who you mentioned something to once and they latch onto that, and that's your personality gift wise forever.
Yes.
Yep.
For a
You
creepy,
can't change.
for a creepy cultist, Tom Cruise seems very nice.
Oh.
Seems like a very okay dude. We don't
His
want
heart's
that
in the
smoke.
right place. That's why he joined the cult. He wanted to be a part of something.
I think he thought
Oh.
that Scientology was doing.
He was just
some good
seeking
work.
connection. He just walked into the wrong place seeking such connection.
like-
That's all.
I love science fiction and I love the sea. So the Sea Org is.
All
have a-
right. Go ahead, Tej, real quick.
I have a take that connects the cat take and the Kate take.
Oh.
One time I smoked some amazing weed, and I
one
watched
does.
the first episode of Better Call Saul, which I was like, okay, I like Breaking Bad. I'm gonna watch this. And afterwards, I said, I don't know if it's the weed, but I think I just watched the greatest episode of television of all time. I woke up the next morning, I watched it again. I was like, oh, that was good, but it was not the greatest television show of all time. But when I watched it at the first, when I was very high, I did. So my question for Caitlin was: were you high when you watched the first episode of Glee for the first time? Does that make sense?
I was 12 years old when Glee.
Well, that didn't answer the
That
question.
doesn't answer the question.
That does not answer my question at all.
So I was gonna say, well, no, I was gonna say is I didn't need to be high to have bad taste. So like I could just watch this show and I go, oh my god, they're singing. Oh my god, an annoying musical theater girl just like me can date the cute jock. Like wow.
I
Okay.
won't stop believing.
Stop. But I did rewatch it recently and I was drunk. I was not high, but I did rewatch it drunk. And I will just say it's very funny if you're like 6 glasses of wine in. I will still stand by the fact that it is amazing TV. Cause like I don't know. I don't think it was inebriation that got me. I think it started
Yeah.
a new thing. There was a reason why Ryan Murphy, I think, keeps getting paid to do stuff. And I think it's
He
because
does. He
Glee
does.
is so phenomenal. I'll
Get the bag,
Isn't it-
all star.
Not
Nip-
American
Absolute
Horror
all-star.
Story. You don't think that's why he keeps getting paid to
How
do
did he
stuff?
get American Horror Story greenlit? I think
Yes.
it's free.
Well, he has one. He's incredible. Like he has an incredible fastball in the first inning where he's like, one season of TV, I will make the shit out of one season of TV. Like the OJ Crime Story thing was incredible. The rest,
Really good.
not great. Like
Impeachment is
He
fucking
needs to
awful.
he needs to think more about like mini series because that's the like thing that I think he'd be really good at is doing like an 8-episode arc and then just drop it. Never do it again. Like never do that concept again. Don't do an anthology. Stop.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to be elaborated on because that seems to be a skill is to take one idea and then shut up.
As we
Caitlin-
close
I
out,
did one of
Caitlin
those
and
really
No, hold
Kat.
on. Caitlin has one more take though. The biggest
Oh,
take.
it was just that I think that we would live in a better timeline if the Christopher Nolan Batmans didn't exist.
Oh,
I can I tell y'all what I think that first of all, Heath Ledger would be alive.
Wait,
I
was it
really-
okay? Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say if that's the implication.
so I
that's,
think
it's hard to
Heath Ledger-
argue against.
I think
Okay.
Heath Ledger. Other things. Second of all, the movie
Oh
The
my
Joker
God.
would not exist.
Ooh.
Also, there are several other movies that were there are several dark, edgy, like superhero bad boy movies that I also think would not exist if Christopher Nolan never made Batman, that Batman trilogy. And I honestly think that would be for the greater good. And therefore, we should go back in time and get rid of the entire Dark Knight trilogy.
But
I
also,
can't
we
argue with
wouldn't
that.
have those movies.
That's fine. You would have Heath Ledger to make better movies. Like, who knows
Would
where
we?
his acting might have gone? Or maybe he plays the Joker instead of what's his face, whose name I can't remember right now.
Mr.
Jared
Joaquin
Leto.
Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe there's like chances for Heath Ledger to do other things. Also, he would just be alive. So, you
We
know,
could have got
Also-
Patriot too.
yeah, we could
I,
have.
I guess I'm kind of accidentally
died in
backing up
Patriot
this, but we might then also live in a timeline where Tom Hardy like pursues more characters that were like Eames and Inception versus like
Yeah.
Bane and Mad Max, where he says like grunts and like
Yep.
doesn't really like do much, you know? Like
Hardy can be an actor. Like suddenly
he
he's
can be an actor, exactly. Like
Bane.
wow.
Wait,
No, this is a good take.
Much to
Secret.
consider.
I don't know how to argue this.
She's making points.
I don't want you to be right, but you might be.
So are you telling us? Are you telling us, Kate, that you're not excited for Morbius, the dark vampire movie? Is that what you're saying?
I'm ecstatic that
believe
that is
that.
getting made.
That looks like the biggest piece of
That
shit.
shit looks awful. It looks so bad.
I love that they did.
Kate and I were talking about this on stream the other day. That it's like
Dr.
I am
Morbius
so
is like-
happy they made it. Like I'm genuinely so happy this film exists. I will not be seeing it ever, but I'm glad it exists.
I will not be seeing this.
I will be seeing it, and I will be drunk off my ass watching it, and just be like, "Jared Leto's a modern vampire. He's a vampire."
He's a doctor with a secret. His secret is vampire. And it's just like, what?
I'm a doctor with a
Vampire.
secret. It is I can't go out at the daytime.
Yeah. Vampire. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Anyway,
That
You're
movie looks like the biggest piece of shit.
It's gonna be so fucking bad. I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's gonna be worse than Venom 2.
They have delayed
Easily.
that 5 times now. 5. It's supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out 2 years ago.
they know
Yep.
it's too perfect of a film if they release it on us. Like,
It's gonna be awful. I can't wait.
Release the Jared Leto cut is what's going to come out.
It's just Jared Leto actually hanging out with his cult members and then like sucking their blood.
Kat, did you know that Jared Leto's in a cult?
Oh, girl, you know I knew that. Like I love
Oh.
30 Seconds to Mars.
I would have been more surprised if Jared Leto wasn't in a cult, if I'm being honest.
Exactly. It was the second he started like vaguely like pursuing the Jesus aesthetic, and after he took Mr. Nobody, like that was it.
Oh,
Jared
God.
Leto being in a cult feels like the sinister version of Tom Cruise being in a cult. Like I can see Tom Cruise being in a cult for the right reasons, but Jared
Yeah.
Leto, it's like it's not pure. It's not the same.
Being in a cult for the right reasons is the weirdest thing I've
Yeah,
ever
I
heard.
was just about to follow up on
Shout
that.
out to Texas A&M.
There are
Oh, you know what?
there are good cults out there. I believe in that. Cults are good.
Caitlin's like, you know that David Koresh guy had some really good ideas.
That was the U.S. government, and you know it. We're not going to go down that road. But Koresh did nothing wrong. That was proven.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
we
yeah.
revoke this take. The One Take Podcast does not side with this take.
I just
Good
want to
lord.
point out that much like Jim Sturgis's career, we completely ignored that part of the take to talk about Kristen Dunst, and then we moved on to other things.
Holy shit, that actually happened.
Right.
That actually happened.
Which
I
is
told
another
you.
kind of proof, Kat, that you're wrong. Because I would say that no one gives a shit about Jim Sturgis.
But she's
Right.
saying that's why nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Kristen
They
Dunst,
could've.
that's what
No one
I'm
gives a
saying.
shit about him because he's a bland Liverpudlian mess. Like that's I don't.
Liverpudlian. What a nice
Liverpudlian.
word.
Have you
It's not even
have
really
you
from
seen
Liverpool.
Andrew Garfield though? Like
Yes,
Oh,
I
I
have.
get-
I love him.
Performer
This
of
coming from a
2021.
fan. I love him.
Number
But like,
one.
come on.
He looks like all my ex-boyfriends. I like the
Exactly.
aesthetic. Yes. I
But
like
it's
that.
like
Him.
he's just a dude, right? Like in the
Wait.
same way that like Jim Sturgis is just a
No, but
dude.
Jim
Wait.
Sturgis is not just a dude. He's a rock star dude that hurts your feelings.
You mean
And
to
that's
tell
why-
me that Jim Sturgis and Emil Hirsch are not the same person?
They are the same person. Neither of them had meaningful careers, and there's a reason. Emil Hirsch,
Jim Sturgis and the dude from Into the Wild and Speed Racer are not the same person?
they're the exact same person, and they both don't matter.
Damn.
Because I thought that Emil Hirsch was in what do you call it? Atlas. I was gonna say
Cloud
Atlas.
Atlas.
Cloud Atlas.
Cloud
It
Atlas.
also
Cloud
says
Atlas shrugged.
Cloud Atlas
Cloud
shrug.
Atlas shrug.
The libertarian take on Cloud Atlas.
Taxes are bad through time.
I'm 8 different people, and in all of them, I believe in capitalism.
So it looks like we're doing Cloud Atlas for episode 101. Right?
Oh,
It looks like that's
Jesus.
what we're doing.
Absolutely.
I've never
That
Wait.
seen
makes
it,
me
so I'm down.
happy.
We were putting this off for too long.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I
bring
feel like
Kat
you guys
back.
have threatened
We'll
to
watch
Cloud
Cloud
Atlas
Atlas.
episode like a million times now, and you haven't done it.
Yeah, right after you season 2 and Southland Tales, we're gonna get into class.
Oh, I should have made Southland Tales
You
my take.
season
Oh my
2.
god.
Y'all haven't done Southland Tales still.
No, that's been a running bit. It's just like, hey, what movie should we do at the end of the podcast? What movie? Southland Tales. We'll do that one next.
That was a bit when I was still on the
I know.
podcast, and I thought y'all would eventually do.
Okay, that is like we're waiting for Derek to join here in a second, but like that is a movie that you literally cannot find anywhere. It's not streaming anywhere. Like you can maybe rent it, but like it is not. You cannot find it. It's in the
also a
ether.
movie that nobody is looking for either.
Right.
I can't imagine why.
Justin Timberlake paid to have it erased from the internet. I'm sorry.
Oh man! All right, guys, that has been your time. Those are some great takes. Thanks for coming on.
Congrats, you guys. Happy 100. Thanks for having me.
Thank you
Love
for
y'all.
coming.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
y'all.
Real quick, plug where y'all can find your
Oh.
Twitch stream.
Oh, yeah. We stream on Twitch Wednesdays and Saturday mornings.
Saturday
We have
like
a show
cartoons?
called Armchair Detectives. It's super fun. Twitch.tv/the Koala Cat. I probably should have put that as like my name on the thing, but it's
Oh yeah, and if you want to follow us on Instagram, it's Armchair Detectives Play.
Armchair Detectives Play. It was the last one that y'all
I'm
played.
going to follow.
What was the last? Oh, we're still playing Jenny LeClue, but we just played some Nancy Drew games. We're probably going to get back on that grind soon, playing through all the Nancy Drew games.
All right. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much. And we will have you back on very, very soon.
Awesome. Bye, y'all. Congrats.
Thank
Bye,
you.
friends.
Let's see. Oh, man. The Batman Nolan films not existing. The Nolan Batman films not existing.
I
To be
want her
honest-
to be wrong, but she's not that wrong.
I wanted to slander her, and then the first thing she said was, "Well, first of all, someone would be alive," and I was like, "Well, can't really have a counter argument to."
Yeah.
Heath Ledger
Ledger
would
would
be
be alive.
alive is like an all-time take. Like, hey, man. Like,
Ah,
I don't even know how to back that up. Like I really don't, because it really if the end goal is that like an Academy Award nominated, like he wouldn't have won, but like an Academy Award nominated actor
He's
is still alive,
to give us more movies.
is still alive to give us more
She already
movies.
wins- She already wins
Like-
the argument.
Yeah, like okay, it's like if
But it
JFK
slaps
is still
though.
alive, do we not get Trump down the road? Like what's the sort of just like how do we justify this? I don't know.
if Heath
It-
Ledger's still alive, do we not have Rami Malek?
Yes. Oh, that's the take I want to get behind.
Now I just realized that now when people give us their take, if they don't give us a TV one, I'm going to force them to give us a TV one as well as a movie one, just because the Glee take was so good to me. Well, not a good take, but like I had,
Glee. What a
I-
niche take
I
by
was
Cat too.
happy. Yes,
Yeah,
it was very
Kat.
in the lane of Cat. It was very in her. It was very in the lane. Both their takes were very much in the lane of where I thought they were going to be. I love that. I love that about the takes.
I had
Incredible.
no idea how we were going to talk about Jim Sturgis, and then we didn't have to, which was amazing. That's like the beauty of it.
And then literally nobody wanted to talk about Jim Sturgis immediately, and we moved on to someone more famous.
And it proved the take was right, but it was also still fun.
Matt Wilson has joined us.
What's up?
Oh my God, Matt Wilson is here.
Hey,
I
what
I don't know
dude.
if I don't know if I just doxed Matt or not, so you may have to kick me out.
Oh,
I may have put his government name on the internet.
goes by Is Bear for years.
Oh,
Matt is Wilson. It's on the podcast now.
there it is. Hold up, I figured it out.
We're joined by
That is
Evan.
incredible.
We'll get Matt in here, and Derek's going to join us. We may just do all five of y'all or all three of y'all at the same time.
All right.
Into it.
So, oh my God. So we had just previously, Evan, some of these takes were that the world would be a better place if the Dark Knight films didn't exist. That Glee, the first episode of Glee was the best season of television, our best
No, first
episode of television.
ever, and started the
Yeah.
golden age of television.
Started the
Single-handedly.
golden age. Yeah.
Jesus,
And then
what did I just walk into?
And then and that Kristen Dunst ruined Jim Sturgis's career basically. With
That is so funny.
this is such a niche take.
Jeez,
That is
if
incredible.
I'm quiet, it's because
content.
I'm googling who is Jim Sturgis right now.
That's the
Exactly.
point.
You're proving her point. I also googled
All right, well-
Jim Sturgis, and then I realized, oh, he's that one guy from that one thing. That's
Yeah.
what I realized.
He's the guy from the
He
Thing,
looks
but
like-
Kristen Dunst got him out of here.
He looks like if Jason Mraz like got laid in high school. Like he's got the fedora.
No, he needs a
on
fedora.
him.
Yeah. Wait, because I know as a white guy in 2009, I had a fedora. Evan, as a white guy in 2009, did you have a fedora?
Fuck no, I didn't have a fedora. That's not like a white rite of passage.
It was a rite of passage for me.
I did have a puka shell necklace that I wore for like a whole school year. Like
Oh,
the whole all 4 seasons.
Oh, we
Dark
got
times.
Derek. Folk.
Yeah,
Hey yo.
What's up? It's Matt.
I think we overwhelmed Derek. He went away.
Derek is gone. I'm not editing any of this, by the way. You have come to expect this for the One Take Pod. This is all just staying in.
Evan, I
This is gonna
appreciate
be
you
a
dropping the it's Matt, like it's Dolph. Like stay with your shit.
Oh my god.
Why don't we start with getting Evan's take, and then Derek is already there, so we'll get Derek's take, and then Matt will be here shortly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like historically, I haven't developed a lot of TV and movie opinions over my life. So I kind of like agreed to this knowing I wasn't going to help a lot. But I feel like I do have a few opinions. I think that Scrubs is like a top 4 sitcom of all time. I also think that the 9th season of Scrubs is like a bottom 4 season of television of all time.
Is that the one where they all left?
Yeah, it's a new show. It's just a new show, and it's not that good. That's kind of my most like the take that I believe the strongest in is that the 9th season of Scrubs is like garbage water.
When you rewatch Scrubs, do you go in order, or do you just watch your episodes that you like now?
I don't know if y'all do this, but like I have a few shows where I will just like whatever Netflix tells me is up next, like that's just what I jump into. I never really have like a hunger to watch a specific episode. There's like 4 or 5 Scrubs episodes that I'll like avoid unless I'm like in an emotional state to watch them because they like hit me so hard. But more often than not, I'm just like throwing it on, like what's up next. I love to introduce people to that show, which I'm sure like most white dudes do. Like, oh, you gotta watch this show. I'll watch it with you. So I probably watched the first season of Scrubs like 40 times at this point. But apart from like starting it with someone, no, I just kind of fall into place wherever. I guess it's Hulu now, wherever Hulu tells me I am.
Got it.
Very little known TV show, Scrubs.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know
I
if you
still
guys have heard
haven't
of it.
seen. I still haven't seen all of it. I've seen like a few episodes here and there, but like
Same
it's
here.
responsible for Zach Braff being a thing, which is responsible for him dating Florence Pugh now. So like I have to hate it. Like I can't get behind it.
It's like
If Scrubs
like
didn't
that
exist, the
meme where
world would
the
be a
guy
better
has, like,
place.
the guy has like the tiny domino that he pushes over, and it's like Zach Braff being cast as JD. And then like 30 dominoes later, it's like Dex never ever watching Scrubs ever. In support of Florence Pugh.
And that awful Cheaper by the Dozen remake that like everyone's gonna hate on for some reason, but it was definitely made for kids.
Oh yeah, isn't it like married to Gabrielle Union and that shit?
Yeah. Just out kicking his coverage in his fake life too.
Insane. Whatever.
Yeah, like one of the main through lines of Scrubs is that he dates women that are infinitely hotter than him. So maybe I feel like this might like I wouldn't
Goals.
say JD is like the most lovable character on the show, Dex. Like I feel like you might get some more like bars off on him by watching it.
Okay. I might have to take the tangle
Oh,
on it.
Derek is there.
There he is.
Hey, I'm
He's
here.
back.
And
God.
and he's got a fresh fade.
Very fresh.
Yeah. Hi.
And we got Matt
So-
coming in here.
Our second Matt is Bears here.
Hey,
Hey, Matt.
what's
Uh,
going on?
We got 2
Is
Matt
that
is
the
Bears.
Fonz?
How? Oh no! This is terrible news. This is terrible
Don't worry,
news.
Matt. I've been doing your name honor, and I haven't
Okay.
doxed you not once.
I'm sure. I'm sure of it. I'm
Not
sure
even
of it.
once.
Oh my God! All right, Derek, we just got the take that Scrubs is like the best TV show, top 4 sitcom ever. The last season of Scrubs is a dumpster fire. So, what is your worst take that you stand by and that people have said is often bad and wrong?
I can't wait for this.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's necessarily like bad or wrong, but it is correct.
It's actually 100% factual. What I'm about to say.
As much as I love them and I go to see them every time they come out, I think that superhero movies are doing irreparable damage to the film industry. And by the end of the decade, Hollywood as we know it will be destroyed.
Okay, Scorsese.
Hate it when people enjoy movies. Oh
All
no!
right, so between this and the take we got from Caitlin
It's
about
terrible.
the world being a better place if the Dark Knight movies didn't
Yeah, this is the
exist.
second anti-superhero kick that we've gotten.
It's going to be a through line
No,
of this podcast.
okay. I'm not anti-superhero movie.
It
Hear me
sure
out,
sounds
y'all.
like it.
y'all okay, well, let me reclaiming my time.
I'm sorry.
So, I mean, all of y'all, with the exception of Tej, follow me on Twitter. You know that I'm like a Marvel DC stan, but like, you cannot look at what Marvel is doing and be like, oh, that's gonna be good in the long run.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I you know, hold on.
You can.
But counterpoint, Spider-Man slapped. It was awesome. So
I love the Spider-Mans.
Okay, all of the Spider-Mans,
Spider-Man
all the
2.
Spider-Mans.
well,
The
you have,
Spider-Man
a
one.
point, you have a point that like nothing else is in the pandemic, and it's kind of been a weird microcosm of just like the theater industry in general, that nothing else has even remotely succeeded during maybe like Dune, and that didn't even make the money they thought it was going to make. So
No.
like people braved COVID to go to. I'm surprised we didn't get the take that Spider-Man caused the Omicron spike. I'm surprised we didn't get that vice article.
I think that we can directly blame every comic book movie ever released for the fact that Space Jam 2, the greatest film of all time, did not make as much money as it was supposed
Oh God!
Oh, I'm so
No, I
glad
think
you brought up Space Jam 2.
Holy shit!
I was on a flight today, and a man sat right next to me, and he watched Space Jam 2 on his Galaxy Note with no headphones. He watched it just like this, the way God intended, out loud on a plane. He watched.
Oh, that is
Space Jam
horrible.
2. It was awful.
to. That movie is
You were
so
sitting-
bad.
I'm so sorry, but you were sitting next to a terrorist. He
was like,
he was
yeah.
going to hijack the plane.
And LeBron stopped him.
It was like
What
it was like he
horrible
didn't.
movie choice to watch out loud for like that's a horrible movie choice to watch.
Oh, yeah.
He
All
leans
of us are
over.
watching Space Jam 2.
Everyone has to watch Space Jam 2 now.
Well, and
He
that's the
leans
thing.
over and he nudges you and he explains why Damian Lillard looks like a time robot. He's just like, "Do you understand it? Do you understand it?"
LeBron James.
Those are
Yeah,
the
but
dudes
he
from the
like-
Clockwork
If you
Orange.
look at the background, you can see Pennywise.
It was loud as hell, but he was like guarding it from me. He was like doing this. Like I couldn't even watch it. I just didn't
But
listen.
he wanted you to go pay for it. He's like, you can't watch it.
The
You don't
worst
freeload off
podcast
me.
ever. It was awful.
This is my copy of Space Jam 2.
He said, "No free rides on my HBO."
No. Oh my God!
He said, it's not
He
my
said,
job to
"Hide your
introduce
money,
you
y'all.
to real
There are
cinema,
broke
sir.
people around."
Yeah. So
Oh
we
my
were
God.
between St. Louis and Philadelphia, and he was just having the time of his life. And not to brag, we were in the front row. So it was one of those where like there weren't seat backs in front of us. There weren't places where our legs. We had a little extra leg room, and he was like in a ball. He was like in a ball, just like almost like cupping it to his ear. It felt like it was
No,
awful.
This is
This is
his
incredible.
Wait, this is his safety film. This is a safety blanket for him.
He gets anxious
Well,
on
it's like,
planes.
I
He has to
remember-
watch Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
It
I
was
was gonna say
such a
some people take
bizarre
Xanax,
thing.
other people watch Space Jam too.
And it was so bizarre, but like it wasn't bizarre enough to where I was gonna like leave. Maybe I should have, but I wasn't gonna leave the thing and like text my friends like, "Oh, you'll never believe what happened." Like I was probably never gonna mention it again until T's brought up Space Jam 2, and now it's like this is something that's gonna stick with me for a while. I was happy to forget it.
Oh my heavens.
Everyone check
Count
your
on-
TikTok For You page. Evan's going to be a part of a video titled "I started watching Space Jam 2 out loud."
Yes, it is. That's coming. And they're gonna get Evan's reactions. Evan's gonna be looking like, this guy is weird as
like-
shit.
Greasy guy looks over my shoulder for a whole flight. That's gonna be like the name.
Wait, Tej, I just saw your text message from earlier that said Selma Hayek went crazy in the Hitman's Wife Bodyguard. Is that your
Oh my
take on
God.
that?
Bro, she is incredible.
Oh boy.
I've also never seen the first one, so I didn't know what to expect, although I knew it was a Samuel Jackson and Ryan Reynolds movie. Selma Hayek stole the fucking show, and not just because she looked incredible. Stole the whole
Anything
Yeah,
that
this
you
brings us
think
back
of
to Derek's take, because like without superhero movies, we don't get Salma Hayek and Ryan Reynolds in the
True.
man's
Oh,
bodyguard.
I'm-
damn. How
I
have
am
we ever
positive we can figure out a way to get Salma Hayek into a Marvel movie. I don't think it's going to be. Did you just see what they did with Angelina Jolie? Like, I think it's going to be okay, guys. I think
Salma Hayek is also in that movie.
Selma Hayek
Yeah,
also in that
somehow-
movie. Same film. She was in
Like,
there.
what sort of like fucked up butterfly effect world do you live in? To where it's like if we didn't have superhero movies, Ryan Reynolds and Selma Hayek could not be in a movie together.
they just die.
You just can't find a part for him. There's no part for him in Hollywood. You know,
There's none.
Ryan Reynolds. There's nothing for him here.
Yeah,
He's
for
got
Yeah,
sure.
some-
Ryan
he's
Reynolds
like-
can't be in a rom-com with Salma Hayek. It wouldn't work.
All right, Matt, what is your take?
I am going to ask you guys to pick from a couple categories because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I want to hear
I have
from
none.
all of these.
I'm going to start off with a negative one, and then I'm going to start off with almost a conspiracy. Not really a take necessarily, but close to a conspiracy.
Even better.
I will start off with a negative one. Stranger, can we do TV? I'm. Some of this branches.
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
Okay. Stranger Things was not good.
Wait, like the first one or all of it?
All of it. It started off with an interesting concept, and then they couldn't figure out any other directions to go than upside down. Like that was like they really.
It sounds like you're not tapping into your childlike joy that you were supposed to tap into when this started.
Very possible. Everything is subjective, right? Maybe I'm just not a happy person. But Stranger Things did not.
No, we
capture-
know that.
Stranger Things. Okay. All right. So that's that we're warming up. Okay.
Okay.
There are probably other people. There are probably other people that don't like Stranger
We
Things.
got
We're
eight
warming
more.
up.
We got 8
We're
more.
warming-
Strap in.
I love this.
We're warming up. To not to belabor, I love superhero movies, right? I do love. We need to be done. I really love the Dark Knight movies, like the Batman Returns, like the whole trio, right?
What are the
through line.
chances? What are the chances?
We need to be done with all Batman movies and all Batman adjacent movies for like
No!
a decade. For a decade. For a
I'm
decade.
really-
There's a new
Solid
Batman.
drop.
There's a new Batman movie coming out 2
And
weeks
it's
from now.
totally unnecessary. And we don't. Robert Pattinson, like, are we really
The
like that's where we
strongest
are
jaw
now?
in the West.
Great, awesome for a guy that wears a mask. That's fantastic.
The
Um,
mask
They cut
doesn't
out the
cover his
holes so they
jaw.
can have the jaw.
That's the
Yeah.
point.
it seems like other people agree with this one, so we'll move on. We'll move on. It's fine.
No, but I want to
Here's
stay
a
on this
positive
because The Joker is the worst film I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, thank you. Incel Defense is not my idea of a Batman movie. Sorry, guys. Dillis Villeneuve.
Yeah, you got there.
Yeah, okay. I'm somewhere in there. He is. If he's not the best in the game right now, if I consider him the best creator of, the best builder of subtle tension throughout a movie, in my opinion, ever, but certainly right now.
So if you had to-
Sicario. I'm sorry, what?
if you had to compare him in terms of his talent level to a Baylor football player, who would you select?
Subtly building tension until everything makes you anxious. Until you're so anxious that you're pacing around.
It's Charlie Brewer.
Holy shit, that's absolutely Charlie Brewer. Check. You're absolutely correct.
3 people
and
listening to this will get that, but like, I
Yep.
get it.
and then a lot of people get hurt when the tension finally breaks. Yeah. But Sicario, it is such a good movie. I always end up wanting to watch it, and then I get uncomfortable watching it. And it's one of the very few movies that I continue to go back to, even though I know it's going to make me uncomfortable and anxious. Blade Runner, and I think Dune is even underrated at this point with how he built things throughout that movie. Somebody who's new to the franchise, keep in mind, but
It's half
regardless.
of the movie, but okay.
That's Best Picture nominee, Dune, to you.
And then we'll end it.
You
We'll end
watch
it
your
with.
mouth.
Do you guys want something from what's now I'm blanking on the name. The movie that the character Sharpay Evans is in. Derek, you might know, like
High
some
School
High School
Musical.
Musical?
Thank
High
you.
School Musical?
High school. I was like high school teen music teens in high school playing basketball musical.
Mhm.
Do we want a hot take from that movie, or do we want a Wes
Absolutely.
Anderson hot take?
High School
Oh,
Musical. Fuck
High
with
School
High
Musical.
Yeah.
Sharpay Evans did nothing wrong.
Let's take it there. Thank you.
She just wanted
Yeah.
to be the best at her craft, and the himbo and the other ones, they mess it up. for
Himbo
her.
and the other
The
one.
himbo and the
Stay in
other
their
ones.
lanes.
The new
Couldn't see her
girl
taking
who likes
lanes.
math
The
and
himbo.
Just saying.
Zac Efron, the basketball star, are like, we're gonna be in the play now. No, bitch.
She was
I do
busting her
this.
ass the entire movie to do just one thing, and they took it from her.
I've done
As
this my whole
someone who-
life. What do you mean? You're just gonna pop up?
As
and
someone
steal
who's
the
had to
parts?
like claw my way in a theater department to get to where I was at that point, and to see those parts get taken away from people that are obviously not as good as me, I felt like a Sharpay Evans every day of my life.
And since I knew you had a background in theater, like I figured you'd be on board with this one.
And I did get compared to Sharpay in like the sense that I was an insufferable bitch most of the time.
But you were committed to your craft, and when you're committed to
I
your
was a
craft,
hard worker. and
you
that's
are
what-
allowed
that's what
some
counts.
longitude in that realm.
You also had blonde hair.
There you go.
And now
All right, guys, my final one. It's a two-parter. Wes Anderson can't write humans. He has no idea how to write what another human would think or say.
I'm
It ends
agreeing
up
with this.
good a lot of the time,
Mhm.
but he has
agreeing
no
with
idea
this.
what he's doing. He's just winging it and getting the right answer. He's
I
not showing
watched
his
the.
work.
I turned on the first dispatch last night. I made it about 7.2 minutes into it, and I was like, kind of want to watch another movie. I turned it on.
Now, let's turn this positive. He can write the shit out of some animals. Ipso facto,
Not ipso facto.
Wes Anderson is a furry.
This is the greatest movie take of all time. It makes
Has-
everything make so much sense.
Has
Tell me I'm
always
wrong.
been.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Wait,
Matt, these are good. These are incredible.
These are incredible.
I
Yeah.
prepared.
Wait,
Uh,
so was he a furry before Fantastic Mr. Fox, or
So
like,
now you're going to ask me the inner workings of a furry journey?
yeah,
I don't
good
know.
place to
I
go.
can't tell you, bub.
Matt, I'm
your
having
name-
trouble reading your
Matt
name.
is
What does
Bear.
it say?
Oh shit!
Yes,
My-
you are. If we're going to ask anyone about furry content on this podcast, unfortunately, it's going to be you, Matt.
Yeah,
Isbell.
all of my suits are just out of frame laughing with me.
Matt
Oh,
is
God.
there, written by Wes Anderson.
Oh boy.
okay.
Matt, you,
Oh my
Matt, before
god.
you got here, I was telling them that I just don't have a lot of movie takes in my brain. It's just something I don't have a lot of space with. But you helped me unlock two of them. One, we don't need any more dog movies. We don't need any more. We didn't need any, and we still don't.
Preach.
We at least need a break.
At least a decade.
Yeah, at least a decade.
It needs to be
Channing
a movie
Tatum.
about bulldogs. If there's a Pixar movie about bulldogs, I am sorry, but this take has to go out the window. I want a bulldog Pixar movie. I want it so bad. I need it.
We need a Disney
think you're right.
princess who's a bulldog.
We need no more golden retriever or service animal movies.
That's very
my
true.
full take.
I'm on that.
We have
I'm on
golden
that. I'm on
retriever
that.
representation. We got enough German Shepherd representation. We've learned everything
Now-
we need to learn.
He's right. He is right. We've met all the cutest German Shepherds and Golden Retrievers that we need to meet. We don't need to meet any more of them.
I do want to make. I want to give Evan an opportunity to clarify the whole service animal thing.
Yeah,
That feels.
I
just
feels
wanna-
very.
I
very
think it's
reductive.
okay. I will say, as the other half of the Between Two Bears podcast, I think it's totally fine to have a service animal in your movie.
Oh
I
my
think that's
God.
fine.
Let me specify. Service
Yeah, I
member animals. I don't need any more of those. I don't
Okay,
need any more
okay.
dog propaganda. That's what I don't need in my life.
There we go.
Okay.
Down with Paw Patrol.
Now
Down
we're
with
on.
Paw Patrol.
All right.
Now with Paw Patrol.
Extreme
Okay,
handshake
all
emoji.
That was a great clarification, by the way. Good job.
That-
Pat.
it works out now.
Oh my God. ADAB.
Hey, all dog cops are bastards.
All dogs go to hell. That's what I'm here for.
All dogs go to hell.
Oh my God. Evan was sitting on the plane and somebody walked in with their service animal and he was just seething.
Fuck that.
Another fucking service animal.
Showing my teeth when the owner's not looking, just like asserting my dominance over the dog.
Look
Yeah,
at
no,
that.
I love
good
dogs.
boy.
Trying to make
I
the
love
dog
dogs.
flinch. Just
And I have so many questions about the dog movie industry. Are those dogs being compensated? Like how does this work?
Actually, yes.
They are.
Are
Yes.
the dogs
Really?
SAG?
Are they
the
getting
dogs SAG?
The owner of the dogs are being paid to have their dog in the movie. It's like a.
Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse.
Was it
Where's
Doug the
Peter
Pug's
at?
a millionaire? Oh my God. Incredible content. So yeah, that has been two Matt is Bears, and Derek, and Derek, thanks for coming on and dealing with two guys that you haven't ever been on a podcast with before.
Oh, it's fine. Sorry, I was so fucking late.
it's-
Congrats on 100 episodes.
Oh, wait, Evan, where are you right now? That's not a real place.
I am in Voorhees, New Jersey. I'm traveling for work.
Get out,
Wait,
girl.
like
Get
Jason
out.
Voorhees?
Yeah,
out.
Voorhees, New Jersey.
Have you never seen a Friday the 13th movie? Why would you go to a
I'm
place called
on the
Voorhees?
fourth floor of this hotel. He needs a key to get in my room. I'm fine.
Jason went to space. You tell me he can't get to the fourth floor?
You know how many doors he's gonna have to knock on before he finds me in this hotel? I'm playing the odds.
He also went to hell. He's got like demon senses. He can sniff out sin.
which is why he won't go back to New Jersey.
Oh,
True.
There it is.
Womp womp.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for your takes. We appreciate it.
We
These
love
were-
y'all.
These are
All right,
incredible.
y'all. Take it easy.
Hey, congratulations on 100 episodes. You guys
Yeah,
are
big-
actually
big round of
one of
applause.
the big reasons that I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger when Evan kept pestering me about starting a podcast.
Woo!
So,
Right. If
thank
those
you.
idiots can do it, then we can do
Thank,
it.
thank you for inspiring two more white guys to talk about sports tangentially on a platform that less than 1,000 people listen to. We couldn't have done it without you.
You
We
guys
love
are
you.
opening doors.
It's,
Your space maker.
we are raising the
Space maker.
ceiling.
Oh my god.
The roof is the
We
ceiling.
are standing on the shoulders of giants. Everyone.
And I need to because I can't
Roy
see
is
over
tall
them.
as fuck.
Y'all have a great night. Take
All
care.
right.
Ah,
See
guys,
y'all
thank
later.
you so much. Oh
Bye.
my God.
All right,
Oh,
Marcus
and
is in there, right?
Let's bring Marcus in. Marcus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus.
What's
What,
going on, guys? Sorry, I'm finishing up dinner, so I'm trying to balance everything at one time. What's up? What's good?
The plug.
just-
Shout out to you for my PS5.
Yes,
Let's go.
sir. Yes, sir. How you liking it?
It's incredible. I mean, it's basically the same as having a PS4, but I have a PS5, so it's incredible.
Yeah. everything looks better.
Everything looks better. I just feel better. I feel like a better person. I feel
Good.
elevated.
All right.
Marcus, we need your take, man. Worst movie take that people have told you many times is wrong.
and
bad.
or TV.
Well, I just want to say that The Wire is the most overrated show in the history.
Oh,
I'm
no.
I'm,
don't
I'm,
do that.
I'm
He's
100%. I'm
He is
100%
lying.
kidding. I'm 100%.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
100%.
Thank
100%.
God. We already had someone say they didn't like Breaking Bad, but they were being serious.
Well, I mean, that's a terrible conversation to have with somebody
Yes,
because
yes.
don't trust them with money or with your life because they'll let you down in both situations. My all-time one that people get on me about is my take on Mad Max Fury Road being a good movie when I think, in fact, it is a terrible movie.
Oh, no.
You're not the first one though. Like we've heard this take from you before, and I recently heard, like on a podcast, like a movie podcast recently, they're like, I didn't like the movie.
Really? You heard someone else say that?
Yeah, I've heard somebody finally say that actually. That's crazy.
So why don't you like Mad Max Fury Road?
So
what is the problem?
I don't like that their movies whenever there's world building in a world, and again I don't know the Mad Max movies previous to this one. It's using very little it's not using a ton of stuff from those previous movies. But I don't like when movies just sort of drop you into a world and don't really explain anything and just so go. And it's more of like a visual aesthetic of Mad Max. Like everyone loves that there's nothing but chaos going on in the movie. I also hated the fact that like they drive across country only to be like, yo, I forgot that I left my stove on at home. Shouldn't we all just go back and enjoy what we had back at the house? And then everyone just turns around and goes back and it's like, oh, so I just wasted an hour and a half of my life in this pursuit, this high-speed chase across sand with a guitar guy shooting flames out of his guitar. Why, we don't know. And all of it was for nothing.
You have fun while this was happening?
I didn't, because I was again questioning every step of the way. Why are these things happening?
You mean to tell me when the guitar guy first came onto your movie screen, you didn't go, "This is the greatest shit of all time"? They have a guitar guy.
I gotta
this
be
is his only
honest.
job.
No.
I didn't feel that way the first time that I saw that. I was like,
And
why is this happening?
I've never seen it again after that, and because I've been wanting to like.
You need to go back.
Maybe
and watch
I'm
it.
wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. So I'm just gonna.
When that guitar guy hit the screen in my theater, I literally stood up and did applause in the middle of the movie theater. It is the greatest movie moment of all time. It was the coolest thing ever.
No, man.
You stood up and applauded in a movie theater.
I did. I
You're
did
the
not
worst
like
person in America.
This is a bad take.
I did not hard clap, but I soft clapped, and I was on the back row, so no one was behind me. But I did indeed soft clap because it was like the audacity of they just had to put a guitar guy in this movie whose only job is to play the guitar. Love it. Love it.
Also, like, we're gonna get back to the Mad Max part of this, but like, just on the standing up and applauding thing, the movie theater that I go to has like the recliners or whatever, so you would have to like.
It's hard to get out of those.
That'd be a delayed clap.
You'd be doing it the whole way. You'd be like.
So I'm just like imagining somebody doing that in the movie theater. I'm like, that's the fucking worst person in the world.
This guy fucking sucks.
But yeah, if you're just in like a regular movie scene, I guess standing up isn't that hard. Like, but still. Anyway, yeah, I've told the story on the podcast before. I didn't see Mad Max for the first time in a movie theater. I watched it like in a college apartment with like 15 other people in a small living room on a small, TV.
The way the movie makers intended.
How they intended.
Exactly. So the first time I saw it, I was like, I don't get it. Like, this sucks. But I had to go back and watch it like by myself in my own house on like a decent TV that an adult could buy. And I was like, okay, I fuck with this. So if you only see it the one time, I can't knock you for not liking it because I didn't like it either the first time I watched it.
But it was weird because it's one of those things where like we got out of the theater, me and my now wife, we both looked at each other, we're like, I didn't like that movie at all, did you? And she's like, yeah, no, I didn't like it either. And so like when we got out and the discourse was like everyone loved it, I was really confused because I was just like, I don't did we watch the same movie?
I saw.
Oh, y'all don't care about the things I care about. Cool.
One of the critics who I like love and respect called it like one of the best movies of the last decade, like right before 2020. And I was like, that's doing way too much. It's not all that, but like it's fun.
It is all that.
I think I've told this story before. I took a girl to go see that movie as well, and you know, may have been trying to date, I just was like, perspective, we're going as friends or whatever. And like, I scared the hose, man, with that movie. But I loved it. But she got out of it and she was like, what the fuck? She was like,
Fucking the money up, Royden. Fucking the money up.
I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. She was like, whatever, man.
I'm never talking to you again.
You can drop me off in my apartment.
I'm deleting your number as soon as we get up.
I was like, look, it's like the best critically acclaimed film of the year. Like, she loves movies. Like, let's go watch a movie. It was dope, and she didn't want anything to do with me.
That means it worked out the way it was supposed to. She obviously lacks taste, dude. She wasn't good enough.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the thing about like just dropping you in a world and going, I appreciate that when it's like the regular world. But if it's
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's the same way about I know I got the podcast from last week with y'all talking about the nominees, and when TJ made the claim about Dune, was it really good? Like, I feel the same way because they just dropped us into that world and we just got like no explanation for why anything is happening, and then have the audacity to be like, there's gonna be a part 2. Like, you didn't explain anything for 2 hours. I know nothing about what's happening in this movie.
nothing.
And not only that, but then you want me to sit for another 2 hours in hopes that this gets rectified from the first 2 hours?
Every character that I thought I knew something about is now dead.
Yeah.
We just got fucking Paul over here.
The coolest dude named Duncan Idaho is dead. Like, how did
It's
that
dead.
happen?
Appreciate your service, Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Thanks
Oh
for the
my
5 minute, Oscar Isaacs.
Now it's just me and fucking Paul and his weird ass mom who might want to fuck him. I'm not sure.
Maybe. We don't know. Giving off those vibes, man.
What? Zendaya's not even here yet? Really? Like
The essence of Zendaya.
But yeah, when you're just dropping me into like, okay, it's a rom-com happening in present day New York. Okay, I got it. I don't need like an hour of backstory.
Yeah, I don't need
for
the Wikipedia articles for it, man. It's cool.
Yeah, but you know, with a world like Mad Max, where this is some like weird alien desert shit, like tell me about it. What happened? What the fuck?
So like, you never watched it again, right?
I never watched it again.
Hmm.
And it'll
I don't
come
know,
up
man.
in conversation, and everyone will look at me and I'll be like, yeah, I got nothing for you guys. I got great takes. I think that's one of them. Sue me.
Do you have another one?
Give us one for TV.
One for TV. Reflecting on it, I think we are too hard on the overall. No, wait, I'll change that one. I don't think that The Sopranos is as elite of television as people make it out to be, especially when the last season of that show was pretty much garbage for a large portion of it.
Marcus hates AJ Soprano more than any character ever.
Except for Herc on the Wire.
Other than Herc on the Wire. Those are
Herc
the
on
two
the Wire.
characters he hates the most.
You were seething at that Super Bowl commercial this past week.
Yes. As soon as I saw the commercial, I thought of Marcus. I was like, man, Marcus fucking hated that kid the entire time he watched The Sopranos.
The entire time,
Just
man.
hated
Just
him.
don't have terrible kid actors making terrible kid actor decisions in shows. Like, because a lot of shows now they've understood, like, okay, this kid's the weak link. We're just gonna put him in for like 5 seconds and be like, hey, this kid's still around. Remember him? Okay, cool. Now he's just going away and we're hanging him back up in the closet.
I feel like my bad TV take is that I haven't watched The Sopranos and I won't watch The Sopranos. I don't care. I don't want to.
Same.
What's wrong with that? The Sopranos is good.
It's good.
I mean,
It's a good show. I just don't think it's in the pantheon that people put it in. For me, personally.
I will agree with that. It wouldn't be in my top tier, but it's up there. But it would. I have HBO
You know what
shows ahead of that show, and not just The Wire. So
You know what it was? It was the first TV show to be like, hey, maybe like Gabagool has feelings. Like, you know what I mean? It was the first show to suggest to men maybe therapy is good. And men were like,
ahead of its time
whoa.
in that regard. Even though the therapy is super problematic, he wants to bang the therapist for like
The entire
at least
time.
half the show.
Yeah.
Like but you know, he obviously needed some therapy. The guy was fucked up.
His mom is a terrible person.
His mom is making everything worse. It's a
His
fun ride.
uncle shot him.
It's a fun ride, but it's not always well made. Some of it, you're like, what the fuck are we doing in this episode? Like, why are we on this? But like when it's good and when you're actually getting the real drama between the characters and there's betrayals, it gets really good at times. But it's not like The Wire where you're just like episode. Like, what's your favorite episode of The Wire? Like people, unless you're talking about like the Stringer Bell on the roof scene with Avon, nobody gives you their favorite episode. They give you their favorite season because it's all like one story.
It all works together.
In The Sopranos, there'll be an episode you love, and then the next episode will be like whatever Tony has to do that day is just like pointless. You're just like, oh, this is stupid. I'm out on this. He'll do something cool in the next episode. But so it's like more up and down. But when it's good, there's some great moments in Sopranos.
I'm perfectly okay taking your word for it. I'm good.
I love the mob. I love some mob shit. It's like, I guess I'm the target demographic. I'm always gonna watch. You make a mobster show or a mobster movie, I'm probably gonna watch it.
This isn't a take, but that movie flopped.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen it. Yeah, neither have I.
People, when I saw the discourse, I immediately was like, I'll get to it when I get to it. I have 2 lists of movies.
Yep.
You gotta watch this now, and you'll get to it when you get to it. So I will watch it, but I'm not gonna get to it now.
It flopped, meaning I don't think Sopranos fans liked it.
Yeah, no, a lot of people, had problems with it.
They hated it.
Yeah, whatever.
What a thing. All right, Mad Max Fury Road, actually not good, and Sopranos, okay.
Good,
Mad
good, but not great.
Mad Max is definitely overrated, but I do like it. Is it like the best movie of the decade and shit?
Yeah, like people have it as like one of their favorite movies of the last 10, 15 years, and I would have disagree more at all.
I fucking love it. I've seen it like 10 times. I have so much fun every time.
Yeah, when dude is just playing a guitar and fire is coming out of it, I'm just like, you know what? This is all. I can't describe it.
You are the person who you are like the middle America that like
you're the target audience.
Yeah, that like network television is trying to reach. Every time that we watch a commercial during a football game for like some CBS show or something, we're like, who the fuck is watching that? It's Royden. He's like, that's who they're going for.
Dude, I haven't touched any of those CBS shows with it, like it's in football. I don't know who is watching those.
CBS is one of the worst networks ever. I hate everything they put on that show because everything is made for white Republicans who are like in their 50s.
When I went to Baylor, there we took a comedy writing class for like extra credit, and she showed Big Bang Theory episodes, and I was like, who likes this show? And several of the people I was in the class were like, it was a funny show I ever seen.
I used to like it in the early seasons when I was like a child. And then I got older and watched some more TV, and I was like, oh, this actually kind of sucks. Never mind.
I've never seen an episode of The Big Bang Theory or How I Met Your Mother or any of those CBS shows.
Somebody did because they were making money. All right, Marcus. Thank you so much. You're gonna get,
appreciate it, guys. Congratulations on the 100 episodes.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Marcus Brent, thank you so much for coming on. Let's get Mo
Of course.
in here.
Woo!
What we watched.
Hi, everyone.
Y'all take care, guys.
Yes, sir. Marcus, thank you very much.
We hear you, Mo.
Happy 100.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't tell anybody else, but we saved the best for last.
Period.
We did.
Well, I want to know what everyone has been saying low key. Like the All-Star weekend is going, Euphoria is going, everyone's going. I'm like, I'm trying to keep up with what y'all are talking about too.
Okay.
What are the things that people
Go
have?
ahead. Take it away, Teach.
We've had, if the Nolan Batman movies didn't exist, we would be in a better world and better movie space because Heath Ledger would be alive and we wouldn't have everybody trying to make the very dark take on their superhero movies that we're all tired of, and we wouldn't have any Joker movies, which would be great. People have said
I disagree
that
with all
Glee. Someone has said the first episode of Glee is the greatest episode of television ever, and actually was the dawn of the golden age of television.
It's actually the same person that said that.
So they haven't watched Snowfall. They haven't watched BoJack. Got it. No worries.
Marcus was just on. He said that he actually hated with a passion Mad Max Fury Road. Matt told us that Wes Anderson cannot write humans, but he can write animals, and he surmised that this is because Wes Anderson is actually a furry.
Oh my god, it's very okay.
We had somebody say no more service dogs in films.
No more dog films and no more service dogs in film.
Wow. Yes. Dogs are like an omen in films. I love when we see dogs.
He didn't mean dogs in films. He mean films about dogs. Like the dogs are the main characters of the movie.
Oh no. Have y'all not seen Snow Dogs? I'm gonna put them on. Just send me everybody's name.
Snow Dogs.
We had somebody give us that
right?
Kirsten Dunst ruined Jim Sturgis' career. He would be the same level of star that Andrew Garfield is now.
That's not my favorite one.
For Kirsten Dunst.
I'm not going to disagree there either. I'm not going to disagree.
And then Derek said that all superhero movies are going to ruin. Even though he loves superhero movies, they're going to ruin Hollywood and film as we know it.
Yeah,
they've already done irreparable damage
because of superhero movies. It will be the death of Hollywood as we know
it. That's possible, but are we that mad about that? I mean,
no, he's not. But
okay,
yeah. But he had the take that he said was actually right and good.
If we got that Spider-Man movie out of it, it was worth it to not get in movies anymore ever again. I was fine with it. It was the peak of.
I will take 18 Spider-Mans before I watch one more Power of the Dog. I swear to God.
Absolutely. You guys never hear the end of me and my love for Benedict. I was on the last episode talking about him. If Multiverse of Madness is fire, I'll take 15 of those. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Facts.
I don't care what else.
Someone said no more Batman movies. We don't need any more Batman movies. Like not just the Dark Knight ones. Like we actually don't need any more new Batman.
Yeah, we can just stop right now.
I fully disagree.
No more Batman.
I fully disagree.
He said that as the Batman is coming out in literally a week and a half.
Yes.
Right. And I already got my tickets. I'm in there. What do you mean?
Same. IMAX, baby.
Fucking wait.
No me.
Let me piss some people. So a bad take.
Yeah, people. Your take that most people disagree with.
Yes, people are going to disagree with it.
I'm delusional. Every take I have is good. First of all, let me see. The Village is a good movie. It's a great movie, actually.
Oh.
You said that on this podcast before.
I would recast Tom Cruise in damn near every movie. Sorry, love you guys so much.
We were just talking about Tom Cruise.
What else? I have to say, okay, I'm gonna ask you all this. What's the best film franchise?
Like other than like Marvel stuff?
Can we not count Marvel?
Is Marvel your answer above every other film franchise?
Probably.
That would be mine, yeah.
Okay. So my take isn't about the best. My take is that every Terminator movie is good. Every single one. I love.
We've had someone on this podcast that said every Terminator 2 is the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie. I love that movie.
Incredible movie.
It's
you're saying
all the Terminator. How many? Like
you're saying they're all good. Like all of them. There's way more than 4 of them.
Even the Christian Bale one.
All of them are fantastic to me. Okay, very close to my heart. What
you
else?
have also told me before that all of the Deep Blue Sea movies are fantastic as well.
Wait, there's more than one Deep Blue Sea movie?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
There's a 2 and a 3, and they're fire. No, I'll take it even further. Every shark movie is good. I've seen every shark movie. Yes, I've seen all the Sharknado movies. They're fantastic. Every shark movie.
Do you know how many Sharknado movies there are? Mo, don't tell them.
6.
Dex, do you know how many Sharknado movies there are? How many Sharknado movies are there, Monique?
I think there's like 8 or 9.
What?
Oh, God.
See?
Yeah. I watched
there's
all
so
of them.
many of them.
There's so many of them. And they're all very, very good. And I always root for the shark in shark movies. Sorry, you heard it here first. One Take Pod. I'm rooting for the shark. I'm like, get his ass. Get their ass. They should have been in your house.
Not for nothing. Like, the shark in Jaws could have eaten that mayor and all the problems would have been solved.
Yes, that would have end the movie.
Those movies really do need to end like the first 20 minutes. I'd be telling them immediately, I'm like, just eat this and let's move on.
Eat the Republican, and then we'll like.
I love Twitter because you never really know how much you piss people off until you say something that's like really true for you, and like
it's like super mundane to you, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I was like casually like probably 6 years ago, like, yo, remember that movie The Village? Yo, that shit was fire, and everyone was like, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. I was like, I like watched that movie when I was like a teenager, bro. Like my mom, I thought it was great, and I didn't realize everyone hated that movie. I had no idea. I told my mom, she was like, Mom, people didn't like that movie. Twitter's telling me. And she was like, oh my God. So yeah, I don't know. These are my worst takes, to be honest. But
give us a TV one, a bad TV take, or a controversial TV take. It doesn't have to be bad.
okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Why was Ted Lasso not good?
It was good.
I agree with this take. No, it was not.
It was good.
Why
hate
was Ted Lasso not what y'all hyped it up to be? I don't understand.
I hate it. I hate
Look
Ted
at
Lasso.
Brandon's face.
Right? So confused.
There we go.
What do you mean?
There we go.
Roy doesn't even watch a lot of TV. I can't believe that you wasted parts of your small allowance of television on Ted Lasso.
Wait, what shows do you like? Okay,
No, I
I
watch. Well, here's the thing. I watch TV like people watch movies where like if they don't like it, they'll just turn it off. Like if
Okay, cool.
No.
He kept watching. He kept going.
I will say it came into like it's like just it's not that great. I told
It
Dex
makes you
this.
feel good.
It makes you feel good, and that was
Yeah.
the reason. Like I watched it height of 2020, and everybody. That's the reason that everybody said it, because everything is bad. Everything is bad and wrong, and like that was like the
This
first.
is like the only good thing.
Yeah, this is the only good thing. That's why people got mad at me for Wordle today. Like it's the only good thing, and you ruined it.
So if you rewatch Ted Lasso when you're happy and we're like maybe 20 years removed from the pandemic, are you gonna love it just as much?
No, probably not.
Okay,
I think Jason Sudeikis is really good. I like kind of how they like deal with a couple of other themes in that, but it's really just like a balm, to be completely honest. And people took that and then made it into like, oh, this is like Frasier or the next,
right.
huge comedy thing. And I said Frasier because Dex loves Frasier and hates like The Office and stuff. So
The Office
like
stinks.
Frasier is
what?
incredible, but The Office is also incredible. They're both
Is
incredible.
The Office stinks.
that must have been
That's
worse
Dex's
take?
I guess so. Yeah.
No, one time Dex got on Twitter and said that Childish
Oh,
Gambino
no.
was more talented than Jamie Foxx.
Oh,
You want to
no.
talk about Pac?
Who's
His
better than
mentions
Jamie
were on
Foxx?
fire.
There's
He
no
said
one.
Childish
Gambino
Gambino.
is more talented.
Oh, I
across the
can't
board than other
find
things
it because
they
your
can do than
Twitter
Jamie
died.
Foxx.
Yeah,
It
my
died.
Twitter
It's in
is
the
gone.
ether.
That
There's
is
no
that is
evidence.
the beauty of suspension, Dex. You need to be
Yes.
happy. Because I
I
would
am
have
a
found
free
that tweet
man.
right now and packed you up right now and restarted the pack.
They were in his mentions deep, and that's
Bro.
probably a take that he again thought like reasonable minds can disagree on this, but everybody just disagree with Dex. Literally everybody.
Go back and stream our Ray episode. This is our 100th episode. Like, we got to play the greatest hits, I guess. But I talked about this on the podcast. I said that Childish Gambino was a better musician, which I still stand by 100%. I think his music is way better than Jamie Foxx's music. And then I mistakenly, wrongly said that he was a better actor, which was a dumb thing to say.
You had too much dip on your chip, Dex.
I had way too much dip on my chip.
You went a little too far.
And so the thing that happened was not only did I get like packed up in my mentions, this was like right when they dropped the feature where you could like read the quote tweets of something like easily. Like, this was like right as that happened.
Okay, so but you got in before like being ratioed was a thing, so no one said that to you.
No, it was trending.
Yeah, it was trending.
Yes.
So not only was I being like quote tweeted into oblivion, people were just like subtweeting me so much that Jamie Foxx was trending. And like the whole, like every single tweet that you read, the Jamie Foxx trend was just like, nigga said that Childish Gambino was better than Jamie Foxx the whole time. It was just me. I was the only nigga that was a
That said
nigga.
so.
It was just me.
It's
I hate
only
niggas
you.
right now. Just
I
me.
cannot believe you survived that. That's probably why you got suspended. Jamie Foxx had you suspended. Rightfully
Man, they were
so.
Spun
they
the
were
block.
on
Got
your
me
ass.
back.
They were calling you like it's like y'all are 12, like stuff like that, and like
Yeah,
it-
y'all
oh
are
my God.
12. Y'all
I
just
love that
discovered
you-
that you were black. Like all these other
That's
I love that
crazy.
you pointed out that a part of the slander doesn't exist in your mention at all because it's just people talking about you without knowing who you are or what you did.
That's
and
what
you're
the
like, I'm the
people
only one here.
realize.
So all these tweets are about me. I know y'all are talking about
all
me.
these tweets are
specifically.
about me. I'm the main character.
Every single
right now.
one.
And it was late too. It was like 9:00 at night. Like
Oh my God.
Like
Next,
fucking
you didn't
Jamel
have-
Hill was tweeting about it. Like I got ate the fuck up over Jamie Foxx and Childish Gambino.
Oh my
Did
God.
you ever
go back and
apologize?
listen to the episode.
I need to
Go
tell
back
me
and
what
listen to the
that
episode.
is.
He had
That is
I'll find it,
incredible
but
content.
it's the
It's the
Ray
Ray
episode. But he
Oh my God.
I read the stats out loud. It's incredible. It's like 270 retweets, like 259 quote tweets. It's
Ah.
nuts. I'll see if I can find the
Dessert.
episode.
Send me a
Jamel
tweet.
Hill was tweeting about it. That just that I
Jamel
remember
Hill
that
was
one.
tweeting about this. She might have
bet you I
quoted
could-
me. I don't remember, but
I could
like
probably type in Jamie Foxx Childish
Oh.
Gambino and find your tweet at the
You gonna
top.
see some tweets? No, but you're not gonna be able to see his tweet because that account is
yeah, my shit is gone.
DOA.
I'm a free man.
You're a free
know,
man. Yeah.
You
The
beat
Lord
those charges.
has
You beat the
delivered
case.
me from my sins. He remembers them no more.
You won on a technicality.
You beat the case.
I beat the
No,
game.
I literally went extremely viral the other day simply because I said "Headsprung" by LL Cool J is a good song. I
It
got
is. You're right.
fuck up so bad.
Everybody
I was
likes that
like-
song, but everybody acts like they don't like it on Twitter. Mo, you were right about
Why?
that.
I know it's fine. I'm not saying
it's a
the
bad
best song in
song.
the world.
The thing that
And it
pissed me off
literally has
about
like 7,000 retweets and like 40,000 like likes and like people in there like, hey, you know what? You're right. Don't listen to anybody. I got stand behind me. I'll defend you. And I'm like,
The
oh
thing
my
that
God. I was
pissed
like
me off-
literally parking in my garage and like this song randomly came on. I'm like, hey, this is fire. And I just casually tweeted it, put my phone down. I come back and I said, oh no.
went insane.
Man,
Everyone
thank
that was quoting
God.
you was like,
You saw
"Oh,
it, Dad?
you know, it's a cool song." Except, like, nobody calls him Big Ellie. We're like, dude, we know that.
We
Like,
know that.
somebody
We
goes
all know
viral
that.
saying that every fucking month. Like, you're not original. We know no one calls him Big Ellie.
know
We
no
don't
one calls him
care.
that. Let's move past that and acknowledge that's a good song.
It's a good song.
It's
Um,
fine.
It is episode 40, the Ray Jamie Foxx career discussion and Dex's epic Twitter ratio. Episode 40. That was when we were searching for anything. And we were just like, you know what? Let's just do. I don't know who brought up the idea. Let's do Ray, but it was
It
just
was,
like,
it was a result of that thing that happened.
no, but you didn't remember. You didn't know about it. So your reaction on the
that's
episode
right. That's
is
right.
like
That's right.
genuinely hilarious because you didn't remember it, and I didn't even really know Dex, but I knew him as the dude that got packed up for that. It was incredible night on Twitter, and I just had to sit back and watch. I was like, this conversation's not for me, but I'm having a great time watching.
Oh my god!
All right, Tej and Royden, we got to know about the worst time you got packed up on Twitter because it's happened to both of you. We got
the worst
Many
I got
times
packed
for
up
one guy.
many times, but the worst.
Tej is on like his 18th account.
Exactly.
The worst one was when Usain Bolt was pretty bad.
Oh,
That was pretty bad.
That was what I was thinking of.
The
That
Rock
was
was also
just
pretty
pretty
bad. That one wasn't good either.
What was the Rock
wasn't very
one?
fun. So
No, that was on an episode too. Let
someone
me see if I can find that.
Someone tweeted like, "Who is actually listening to that The Rock song? The Rock put out a rap song, right?" And I quote tweeted and said, "The Rock," and then The Rock found this tweet somehow, put it behind him. You know, on TikTok, you put up like a tweet or a picture and you talk, but the picture stays up. He put my fucking tweet in his TikTok This is the most famous man in the world. What is the TikTok up with my full Twitter name in it? And of course, everybody came from TikTok to come chastise me. But I was just saying, nobody's listening to that shit. The Rock was listing all these people that actually listened to the song, but he included my troll tweet on top of it when really he could have just included the original tweet.
The original tweet, yeah.
The song. He didn't have to put my tweet there. My tweet had nothing to do with this. But people came to find me because they realized I was being snarky and they were not happy. And it was a lot of Republicans because you know The Rock is a Republican. It was all
episode 89, it's right before our draft. So go about with about 30 minutes left in the episode, you can hear our live reaction to
oh my god.
Yes. Royden was the one who told me that this was happening while we were on the air. So I didn't know that any of this was happening. And Royden's like, Teach, I think The Rock used your tweet in the video. I was like, oh shit.
It's really funny because also The Rock just lies in that video.
Yes, he's just lying. That's the thing that really bothered me. You're lying, bro. We know you're lying. He was talking about all the people who love the song. He was like, yeah, like Kendrick Lamar loves the song, and President Obama loves the song, and Sheryl Swoops loves the song. I'm like, The Rock, this is not even, what is this list? These people don't like this song. These are just your friends. That doesn't mean the song is good. It means that they are your friends. Like, they don't like that shit. Nobody likes
that. The worst time I've ever gotten packed up, y'all know I'm pretty I'm so vanilla on Twitter. Like it's just bad sports takes and stuff that no one cares about. Literally, I'll say I'm so vanilla on Twitter, and that's why I was rejoicing that I've never really gone viral. But I've been
don't do it.
I've been privy to, because I've covered Baylor sports or something like that. I've been privy to breaking news and stuff like that people have then got in my and I'm a Baylor sports fan. I no longer cover them, but then they're just talking shit about the school that you like. They don't know that I actually enjoy this. Yeah. So they're just, it's hurting every time I get a ding on my phone. It's just this piece of shit school shouldn't even exist. And I'm I went here.
And you're just I support that school. I went there. I'm not just a reporter.
Yeah.
Diploma on my wall as we speak.
It hurts just a little bit. No, the one time that I really got I just had to mute the tweet. It was right after, and there's nobody is gonna care about this on this movie podcast, but I said that maybe Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve are just good at hitting baseballs. And you would have thought that I said that half of the Yankees championships are illegitimate because they came into my oh my god, they came out of nowhere. They're Gabagool 420 was coming into my mentions and being maybe if they were so good, they wouldn't have to fucking cheat. And I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not. It was 200 and something retweets, like quote tweets. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I do not need this in my life.
I do not want to argue with 220 Yankees fans.
Yeah. And it was just oh man, it sucked. And that's why I really try to, somebody called me an asshole today for spoiling Wordle. And I was that's when I realized I'm not built for the Twitter streets. I just keep I keep it PG because
Monique is anti-Wordle. She is anti-Wordle.
Oh, is it my time? You're the hater.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just I'm not built for the Twitter streets. Whereas Dex would have Dex and Tej would have lit the world on fire. And Dex especially would have just argued with these people until they blocked him.
Triple down.
Yeah, I don't.
Double down. Fuck it.
I just go
Today's Wordle is fucking.
Yeah, I made a couple jokes. I made a couple jokes after I accidentally spoiled it because somebody had tweeted it, and then I said, you know what, whatever. I quote tweeted it with the definition, and then people were like, hey, actually. Please don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Oh, okay, my bad. And so I just made jokes on that and just said, you know what, I was hacked or whatever. And I said I was hacked, my bad. And I thought people thought it was a joke, people were serious. Someone called me an asshole, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not built for it.
We don't
I'm not
play
built
about our Wordle. It's the one
not-
good thing of our days.
Man, I'm not built for it. And so like that's why people get mad at you for attacking Ted Lasso. It's the one good thing. Let people have their thing.
And let me bring it in together with you. A TV take and a big ratio. 131 tweets to 4 retweets. I said very casually one night, just having a good time because I'm right, and it's strictly off the TV show. But I said Omni-Man is a good father.
One of the worst tweets I've ever seen.
I haven't seen that show, and I'm still sitting here like, what the fuck is wrong
People
with
were
me?
so mad at me. TJ, I even
You
think
took your villain apologist too far.
I am a villain apologist. You could name any villain. If I've seen it, if I've watched the whole film or TV show, I will tell you the good things about them. And here's why they're right. Except for the Thanos thing got a little bit too weird for me. But Omni-Man is a good father with some bad moments. Everybody else thinks he's a bad father with good moments. Or maybe not even bad moments.
Another all-time ratio that I got was when I said that Sansa Stark was better than Arya and that Sansa Stark is putting in the work for the family.
I'm so happy that you got
everyone
back into
came
that
for me.
shit.
Literally everyone.
Oh my
Everyone
God.
hated me.
Okay, well,
I
the thing
fucking
is,
hated Sansa.
bro, for a little bit though, there were a couple episodes where that was right, Dex. I feel like I know which episodes you were watching, where that was really kind of what was going on. But then
Like towards
Arya
the end of
cleared
season
it.
5 or whatever.
Yeah, it was like 4. It was. Yeah, I remember.
Right before
I
she
remember
killed
that.
Ramsay Bolton.
Right
Like
before
that-
yes, right
Yeah, I
around
think
that
that's season
point is
6.
when
Doesn't matter, but
She was still at Winter. She was doing what she needed to do now.
she was doing what she needed to do, putting on for the crew. That's why
Putting
she's
on for she
queen of
was.
the
It was
North.
like 2 or 3 episodes, but then they, Twitter doesn't care about that.
all right, let's do
Who
this
doesn't
real
care?
quick.
They love Arya Stark just running around killing people. They think that's the only way to
I
get shit
have
done.
an Arya.
But it's not.
I have an Arya Stark Jumpman shirt. I mean, so yeah.
I thought you were gonna say you have an Arya Stark tattoo, and I was about to be like, well, never mind, I'm out. I remember I
with the
dissed
Arya
Daenerys
Stark-
to this girl that I was like trying to date. Like I was like, Daenerys, she kind of sucks, whatever. And she was like, I have a Jakari's tattoo on my dog that's named Daenerys.
Hey, shit! You ain't gonna get some of the TV takes. You see it?
All time bad beat. How was I supposed to know?
Yeah.
You scared the hoes, Dax.
Oh
that
my
is
God.
incredible.
Jesus, that there's so many stories like that where you've just been like, no, I didn't mean it. Oh my God.
No, please, she's amazing.
My friend told this guy she hates Pickle Rick and thought Pickle Rick was hilarious. Like it was a great episode. He was like, "Oh, I want to be like Pickle Rick," and she like broke up with him right after.
Of course, as she should.
As she should, right? Exactly.
No, in real life, one of the worst times that I had got in an argument about movies was that I said that The Last Jedi was an actually good movie. It was actually decent, in which I'm right about that. And people argued with me over drinks, in a crowded restaurant. They were like, "Actually, it stinks," and I was like, "Whoa." I was like, "We're just trying to have
Jedi's
margaritas."
perfectly fine. I'm on your side on that one.
Yeah, we're just trying to have margarita, like Chewy's margaritas, and he was like, "It stinks. Why does nothing matter?" And then they gave us that last piece of shit that they came out with. So that's one time where I've had to fight for my life in public.
You went out for drinks and ended up in a Reddit thread.
There's some fan bases that I just stay away from for sure.
All right, let's do this. Mo, you gave us your takes. We'll all three give our bad takes, and then we'll start to wrap up. Let's start with Tej. Tej, what is a take that movie or TV?
I usually lead with Fight Club being an incredibly bad film, but I think a lot of people are starting. I think it's starting to be
caught on. Actually,
it's starting to become mainstream
because
so
we're right.
Yes, it's true. Every day we gain another loyal follower, just like the plot of Fight Club. People are joining our side to fight against the oppression of the movie Fight Club.
Fight Club is being removed from Hulu here, or wherever, not Hulu, wherever it is, for in a month. I just saw the tweet today. It was like they're removing it.
Netflix.
Good. It stinks.
Good riddance. Good riddance.
That was your doing.
I think my hot take is going to be there is no such thing as a bad Final Destination movie. There are some movies where the concept is so good that the movie, no matter how bad the movie is, it doesn't matter. I'm in. Also, The Purge. I will continue to watch Purge movies. Have they made one that's particularly good yet? No, they have not. Am I going to keep watching them? Yes. You know why? Because the concept is just so incredibly cool. I'll always be willing to spend an hour and a half just going back into that world. The same thing with Final Destination. They're making new ones now, and I'm in. I don't care how bad it is. I'm in. The concept is too cool. No
The concept,
That's
the
me
concept
watching
was
every-
cool for The Purge, the first one.
Right.
I keep watching
But-
them. They're
but this
all
is-
bad, but they're
But
all good.
replace Purge with M. Night Shyamalan, whatever you say his name, movies. I'm watching every single one. I don't care.
That is so
I don't
bad.
care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm watching.
I
Y'all don't
appreciate
watch
that he
it, I'm gonna
keeps
talk to you
trying.
about it, and I will tell you the entire plot to every movie that comes out that he puts out because I'm gonna watch it.
He does keep
Ugh.
trying things. Like
I appreciate that he just keeps on going, no matter what Rotten Tomatoes says.
screening.
No matter what
Oh.
Rotten Tomatoes says, he's just gonna make it. He's gonna keep going.
I'm gonna do my
That's
shit.
powerful.
Fuck
Wouldn't
y'all.
you like to continue to put out mid and still get paid? Okay,
Yes,
then y'all
yes,
some haters.
I
That's my
would.
dream.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. That's what this podcast is, but we don't get paid. All right, Dex. The M. Night Shyamalan take is hilarious because I'm always just like, who keeps giving them money? Then you go look at his box
It's
office,
Mo.
and it's like
It's me.
people keep going to these movies. Like I'm pretty sure Old made his budget back. Like so, studios are just gonna keep being like, you know
Mo
what?
is a known supporter of old.
Baby, let me
He is a
tell
supporter of
you.
it.
Here's the thing. I will say now, I went to the old private screening for free. Respect me.
Oh, that's
I went
easy. You're
there
not
for
picking that
free.
one.
I was, I have my connections, but if I didn't, I would still pay for it or have.
All right, y'all wanna hear a take that I'm gonna get packed up for that I'm cooking up. Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan,
Let's
it's in the
go.
back burner. It's in the back
Uh-oh.
burner. I'm not gonna do it now.
You're still workshopping it? Okay.
I'm
let's do
workshopping it. Jordan Peele is on the same trajectory.
Oh,
as
no, stop
M.
right
Night
now.
Shyamalan.
No.
I will not. I will not allow you to do this.
Not during Black
He's on-
History Month.
Not during
He
Black
is
History
on.
Month.
He is on the same trajectory as M. Night Shyamalan.
This
Look,
is not
this-
fair. Okay, Us
hold on.
wasn't good.
What's Jordan Peele's Sixth Sense?
It is.
It's
Get out.
I just
Yeah.
because he had a
He
little
was.
bit of
He
mo-
was
he had a few-
nominated for an Oscar, just like Sixth Sense was nominated for Oscars. He
Oh, he's
won an
gonna get
Oscar.
paid.
He
Okay.
made a very bad Twilight Zone show that nobody watched. By the way,
Yeah,
True.
nobody even talks about
nobody
it.
even talked about it.
I did watch it. Okay. I
Now
did.
he.
You can
I
watch
would.
it.
The reason I'm
Dude,
workshopping this is
together.
because he had a hand in Black Klansman as well. So like he actually helped make a really good movie there too. So like I'm workshopping it. But like, hey, if Nope is bad,
And when Nope is fire, you're gonna have to come on this podcast and
You're
take
gonna have
that
to come
back.
and
and I can't
apologize
wait.
now. All
that's
right.
fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
you're
I'll
gonna have to come
apologize because I
Okay.
love Get Out and I actually liked Us. Like I know a lot, but a lot of people don't. So
Okay.
like I'm
Okay.
I'm
I
workshopping
did
it.
too.
Us is perfect for 2 acts of the movie. It is pitch perfect. The last act of the movie, it just completely falls apart. It's really bad. But you can't take away the fact that I had an hour and a half of sincere fun. I gotta give him props for that.
Hey, Mo liked The Village too. So like
Hey, now why am I in it? I'm just saying.
Now, why am I eating?
Wait, what is?
that.
see,
that
I mean, we're gonna come back to this, Royden. You said it. We're gonna come back to it. I know you're still workshopping.
I
We're
know.
gonna come back to this. I need to
We're
know.
like-
Nope
we're like-
if Nope
I
Nope
better
is
see
trash,
Jordan
I'm going to be
Peele's-
very, very
I better
upset.
see Jordan Peele's The Village, and I need to see Jordan Peele's old movie. I'm waiting on it.
His old movie.
All right.
I just
I mean-
need for Kiki Palmer to be back up in Hollywood. Like I know she's doing like the
Now
She's getting
daytime,
it out here, guys.
TV
She's getting
show
it out
stuff.
here.
but I need her back up in movies and TV. Like queen of my
His-
life.
he's like his ceiling and he's like a Zion. Like his ceiling and floor are higher than like than M. Night Shyamalan, but like he can still be injured and tank. So,
Compare-
Zion will come back and he
Movie
will
people.
silence the doubters.
Comparing movie
love you
people to
so.
basketball players is one of my favorite things. The other day I called Timothy Chalamet the Andrew Wiggins of acting.
early round draft pick, all the hype in the world.
And then somebody was disagreeing with me. He was like, like I don't think he's that great as a lead, but he's like a great supporting actor. And I was like, that's literally Andrew Wiggins. Like, you're making my point.
I was telling someone about the French Dispatch, and they were like looking it up, and they're like, "Oh, Timothy's," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess he is in that movie."
Anytime somebody says the French Dispatch, I keep wanting to hear French dip, like the sandwich. I'm hungry.
Okay.
That's how stupid.
Okay, are you hungry?
Yeah. All right, Dex, your bad take, and then I'll give mine besides the Jordan Peele take.
I got two quick ones. The first one is kind of a disagreement with what we heard earlier. I don't think that we really need all of these like pretentious and new ideas in movies. A lot of them stink, and they are not good. Like I appreciate the Oscars and Oscar films and capital C cinema as much as the next guy, but like Marvel movies are way more fun and life is short and we need to have a good time. I don't need for Martin Scorsese to challenge me for 3 hours with something, all the time. Sometimes I just want to have a good fucking time. I just want to vibe and watch the good guys win and, use that to learn some lesson in life. Like with great power comes great responsibility. Perfect, nice, fun. And then I can get back to my otherwise shitty life without having to watch, 3 hours of someone else's life being shitty. So that's the first one. The second one.
Hold on real quick to put a pin in that. The best take that somebody had, Rascal F. Kennedy on Twitter, we retweeted it, just said, stop asking these old dudes about Marvel movies. Just stop, man.
Stop. No one cares what they think. It doesn't matter. 7 billion people are going to go watch the next Spider-Man's movie, and then Martin Scorsese can be mad and we won't care. Because 7 people will go see his next movie, but it's fine. My second take is that it's time to leave Harry Potter in the past. We need to be done. I'm glad that all of you enjoyed yourselves.
Wow.
Those movies came out.
Wow.
I'm glad that y'all had this communal bonding experience together.
Wow.
Where you could all talk about your Hogwarts houses and your Patronus.
This is ridiculous.
Like that. That's really fun and cool. But it's time to let it go. It's time to leave that in the past.
You're
36. You're 36. You're not a fucking Hufflepuff.
There.
You're 36 years old. Let it go. Read another book. Thank you.
36.
Oh my god!
I'm about to go read Order of the Phoenix again. You can't stop me, Dex. You can't fucking stop me, Dex.
Look, man, I watched that Harry Potter documentary the other day and cried. I cried like a little baby.
Thank you, Royden.
I can't wait to watch it. I haven't watched it. I
Agreed, Royden.
I love Harry Potter.
I'm glad that all of you got to experience that. It's been a great, 20 years, 25 years, whatever it's been. It's time to let it go.
Well, will someone give us another Harry Potter? We'll let it go when we got a new one. How's that?
That's the last book a lot of people read, so I don't know how we would Harry Potter. I haven't read a book since that happened, so.
And then, they tried with Game of Thrones, and the dude just won't finish it.
He's just like, no.
That's the funniest thing in all of Hollywood. He's just like, fuck it. Why?
No, why?
No.
What are you like?
Hey, time before I finish these fucking books.
Like, the show is catching up to where we're at, right? Do we have a new book? He's like, no, we don't. Write whatever the fuck you want. I don't have any patience.
I'd like to say it's okay to not finish a movie and finish it the next day or a week later. Okay.
Yeah,
absolutely. I do it
all the time. It's totally fine, guys. Listeners, it's fine.
You mean to tell me you can put down a book, but I can't put down a movie?
Exactly. Thank you, Royden. Someone listened to the podcast and was like, "Can you please watch Belfast all the way through?" I said, "I'll try," but it was great. I had to watch it in pieces. That's it.
The Harry Potter thing kind of has a little validity because those Fantastic Beasts movies suck ass.
Those are not good. Those are not good. No,
those are genuinely bad.
She had a great run.
Disagree.
We're wasting Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell is awesome. We don't want him hanging out on these movie sets of these Fantastic Beasts movies that nobody cares about. How about we just let Colin Farrell do actually good movies, and that would be nice. I like Colin Farrell.
J.K. Rowling, she had a good run in the 2000s, and now her time is gone. It's over.
The Fantastic
She's been
Beasts.
canceled as well.
Yeah, the Fantastic Beasts movies stink so bad that they just put it back into the Harry Potter universe. They're just like, oh, nobody cares about this. Let's put Dumbledore in here. Oh no,
That'll get them on our side. They love Dumbledore.
my bad take, which a lot of people are gonna be mad at, including some of the older listeners of these pods, that probably actually know this. Like, I'm bad at watching old movies, terrible at it. Dex, you kind of back me up here.
Yeah.
I'm awful at it. You have to watch so and so movie. No, I don't.
Sure don't. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And I'm probably not. You have to watch The Godfather. Do not. Absolutely. I like.
Yes, you do.
I will be
don't.
just fine if I never watch
No, you
the
won't.
Maltese Falcon. I'm good. Like, I don't need that.
Okay, we're going deep. Damn.
Yeah. Chariots of Fire. No, I don't give a shit. Like,
No one cares. I'm good, bro.
No,
Like,
okay.
if I'm ever in a situation where somebody has me at gunpoint and they're like, I need you to fucking quote, I don't know, fucking The Birds right now. You need to have seen every fucking Alfred Hitchcock movie. I'll just die, and that'll have to be okay. Like, I'll just have to know that I did everything that I could in life.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
Like, if I come across it, like the other day I watched Cool Hand Luke, which is objectively a great film. Classic Hollywood cinema. I watched it the other day. Enjoyed it. Really great movie. If I come across it, like my dad used to watch stuff on like Turner Classic Movies all the time. If I came across it then, that's fine. If I miss it, I've missed it, man. It was made in 1979. Let it go.
Yeah.
What I love to do about those old movies is like spoiler alert, and the movie came out like 1983. Like spoiler alert regarding The Godfather.
There's
Like-
something comforting about watching a movie that was made before you were born. I kind of like watching old movies.
I like
Yeah.
it too sometimes, but it's got to be
Yeah.
something I'm already interested in otherwise.
Yes,
I'm
that's
not
true.
going to
Oh,
watch it
brother.
just because
Have to have a
it's
reason.
fake.
brother.
I'm not going to just sit down and be like, today is the day that I
Taxi
watched Cool
Driver,
Hand
eat it.
Luke and Taxi Driver. Like, no.
Okay, wait. Y'all have Taxi Driver is an objectively amazing film. It's
I'm
dark as
sure
hell.
it is.
I'm sure
I'm
it
sure I
is.
would like it
Are
if
we
I
having
watched
a
it.
Travis Bickle
Guys, you have to.
discussion? I have the time.
Oh no! Please don't do this.
I'm
Movie.
sure I would like it if I watched it. I'm just not going to do that.
Imagine like
Anytime
if
soon.
Fight Club was like actually good or interesting. That's what Taxi Driver is.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure.
also Travis Bickle is bad. So we're not gonna have anybody in this podcast that would defend his actions in that film. Thank you.
I guess I got
Like,
get off.
I just there's just so many movies that come out now that I have to do a podcast about that, like, unless somebody just like every single day in our mentions is like, you gotta like y'all were like, you have to watch Goodfellas, like 5
You literally
podcasts
can't
in a row.
not watch Goodfellas. You can't not watch it.
So like I finally watched it and I loved it. And that's not even that old, but like something like
Yes, that is not that old.
like
I'm glad
Dial
you said
in for Murder, like 1955. I'm like, no thanks.
Oh
Like,
god,
I'm out.
you're not gonna watch Casablanca anytime soon.
I'm
No.
not doing it. I don't care. Like,
Gone
I'm
with
sure
the Wind. Gone with the
it's
Wind.
very
God damn it.
foundational.
Gone
but,
with the Wind. I'll go as far as to say Gone with the Wind is mid. Like it's just like
What is the year mark where you are just Dex is like, oh okay, you told me about a movie, I'll watch it. Versus like once they give you the year or you look up the year, that's like no, that's too far back. Is that how it
Honestly,
works? Is there like
there-
a year cutoff?
That's not how it works for me. It's like you can tell me about a movie that I should watch. I just am probably not going to do that. Like,
yeah,
it is
that's
like it is what it is. Like if it could have come out 2 years ago, and like if I haven't seen it and I didn't want to watch it 2 years ago, I'm probably not going to want to watch it now unless I'm trying to have sex with you. In which case, I might watch it. But like I don't.
That's
I'm
the
not
most
just gonna be
honest take I've ever heard in this entire. That was so honest.
I'm like
That
not
was-
just gonna sit around being like, I gotta watch this movie because so and so said it's so fucking good. Came out in 2007, but I'm gonna sit here and watch it today. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
LeBron James just hit a fadeaway 3 in Cleveland to win the All-Star game. So that's pretty cool.
Of course you did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who
so,
else would do it?
Evan Mobley. No, so yeah, that's my take. Is like you have to watch this. I promise you, I don't.
I will be just fine.
And that goes for your we tell this to Tej all the time with TV. You got to watch Euphoria. Man, I tried to watch one episode of Euphoria with my wife just now. No.
That's not a. Well, I mean, you have. First of all, y'all don't even watch Succession. Although Dex is watching Succession, or at least he
I'm
was
trying.
watching Succession.
I'm really bad at watching TV. Like it's just so hard.
Hey,
you
can we
should
talk about
there.
Can we talk about how the kids on Euphoria are the oldest people ever put on TV? They're 38.
Zendaya is like 26.
She's like 24. Y'all, please.
Let's relax.
They're so old. My God.
If Kristen Dunst can play a high
Why y'all
schooler
doing
for
this?
3 movies, let Zendaya go.
They look as old as Tobey Maguire in this last Spider-Man movie. It's
Okay,
crazy.
He did look old in the movie, but he looked good.
He did.
He
All
did
right.
look
Any more takes? We got to get off. Any more?
I got no more because I'm not trying to get canceled.
That has been a one take 100th episode. 100 episodes. Holy shit. And
Woo, we
Dex,
did way more than 100 episodes at this point, but like
Yeah.
100 full episodes, you know? It's
yeah, we're like at 105 actually. But yeah, that has been our 100th full episode. Mo, thank you so much for coming on. Obviously, what we watch, Miss Picciarino. Anything else that you're trying to plug?
That's it. What we watch. You'll see the HBO screen credits soon. Tap in.
Hey,
Turn
Hey.
up.
when's the next space?
The next space, man. So I'm finishing Snowfall. So we're going to do that next week because it's coming back next week, season 5, Snowfall FX.
Another
And
TV show that y'all are missing out on, which is incredible television.
I'm definitely going to do a Euphoria space.
Man,
and
I
then-
can't watch Hulu.
Okay,
Okay, that's
fair
fair.
enough.
Hulu is
Fair
ridiculously
enough.
awful. I'll give you that. It's bad.
I've been watching Abbott. I've been grinding through Abbott Elementary. I love
Incredible
it.
content.
Easy
Like,
show.
really good.
Oh my god,
Great
easy
show.
show to watch.
No,
Love
it's
that
an easy
show.
show to watch. Hulu makes it impossible because commercials are fucking awful. They're so bad,
The
man.
UI is so bad, man. Oh,
Also,
I know.
they're loud. They're loud as hell too.
Very loud commercials from Hulu.
Anyway,
I'm
sorry.
doing
I
a Black
derailed that.
History Month What We Watch series. So every Wednesday and Friday, I'll have a Black artist in the industry that you may or may not know talking to me on Twitter Spaces. So tap in, Miss Peacherino.
Cool. Real quick, I said we would wrap up, but this is a great prompt, just something to end on. What was a movie or TV take that damn near ended it, or actually ended a relationship for you? I had this one, and Dex, you kind of started this off, but I took Caitlin on our second date to see Fury, the Brad Pitt World War II tank movie.
Oh no!
We're married
Yeah.
now. We've been together
Y'all
for
be
8 years.
Thank
Y'all
God.
Y'all be scaring
that
the
is-
hoes. I'm so tired.
That is an awful, awful, awful date movie.
I have another one that scared the host. I feel like I've told this story too on here. But yeah, I took a girl on a date. We had been like friends for a while, and we were like, maybe. And so we went to like dinner, and then we went to a movie, and the movie was the Ghostbusters reboot. And so yeah, it's just not great. I still have like they gave out little like Ghostbusters pins, like little like enamel pins, like for jackets. I still have mine from that bad date. But yeah, no more dates after that. We were decidedly just friends from
No
that
more
point
dates
on.
after that.
Sorry, I stepped away. Caitlin confirms it was weird that I took her to that movie. Wait, Mo, a discussion regarding Zootopia nearly ended a relationship for you?
Yep, it sure did. It sure
This
did.
wouldn't be a one-take podcast if we didn't.
Wait, where did you
go
get that
long.
from? How did you know that? That's incredible
I
information.
tweeted it.
Oh, you did.
I
So
did.
how did that, what happened?
Was it an all cops are bad situation, including bunnies?
It was obviously surrounding Miss Mama's the bunny cop.
Got it.
And when I tell you, this is so embarrassing. I would never say this out loud. I'm not even going to go into it, but all I'll say is we argued for 2.5 hours. It was a beautiful, beautiful birthday weekend of mine. We were there for like a week.
Oh my God.
I had a whole birthday. He had everything set up for me. I wanted to watch a fun animated film. He
Oh
was
my God.
He cooked my favorite meal. We were watching TV. We were watching Zootopia. And then I paused the movie and I said, you know what's funny? And I very casually just made a comment about the bunny cop. And I was like, I get the propaganda here, essentially, which is a word that I stole from Twitter. But then I started talking about, but she made a point here or something. It was like one scene, like we hadn't even finished the movie. We argued for 2.5 hours. We argued for 2.5
What
hours.
did that even turn into?
We hadn't even finished the film. At some point, we were like, wait, are we arguing about this? Mind you, we're on vacation. Like, we have, you know what? What's vacation if you don't have time to argue a little bit about an animated movie? I don't know. But, I mean, we had the time. We had nothing planned. We cleared our schedules. So then we finished the movie. And we were like, damn, we really just argued over that. And I was like, yeah, you're so fucking wrong.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that happened. No, that's a real story.
That's incredible.
That's insane. That is insane.
I did say, Mo, you missed it. If you go back and listen to the podcast, I took a girl to go see Mad Max Fury Road. She hated it. And I was like, that was the best movie I've ever seen.
Well, that's why you're not with her. There we go. We're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Tease, did you have one?
No, I try not to scare the host, so I usually
bullshit.
Your Twitter scares the hoes alone. So
I have enough. I feel like it never. I actually went on a really bad first date to The Village, and I was the worst movie ever, and also the worst date ever. So like, I put these two together in my brain. That's why I have a very visceral reaction.
Separate it.
Yeah, every time Monique talks about The Village and being good, I'm like, ugh, I think about this awful date and this awful movie. It was just the worst day ever. So
have you ever argued about a TV show or movie with a loved one or a homeboy? Even like I'm thinking like even like regular relationships, like with your homeboys, you get into like huge arguments. I feel like y'all do that all the time.
I had a running thing with my homeboys in my group chat. We had a running thing where I was being accused of certain things because I did not like the show Power. I watched like a season and a half of it, and I was like in on it, and everybody was watching Power. And then I think people were offended when I was like, "Hey, I think I'm going to kick this show because I'm not like into it anymore." They were very offended by that, and people thought I was being too hard on Black artists because Power is actually good. But I was just like, "Look, guys."
Yep.
I was like, I'm not having any fun anymore, guys. I'm not having fun anymore. This show does not make me happy. It was like homework to watch Power so we can have these conversations.
You have bad taste.
That show is awful.
It's
How many times are
fantastic.
we gonna watch this man have sex with his Latino cop girlfriend? Yeah,
It's
it was too much.
entertaining as hell. He told his wife, chill out. I just lost the love of my life. Okay. That's bars. Amazing television.
That's bars.
He looked his wife that birthed 3 of his children after his mistress died. And he said, you need to calm down talking to me. I just lost the love of my life. That's amazing.
The only thing I know about that show is him pointing the gun in that dude's face and says, "Get the fuck up, sleepy time is over, motherfucker." That's the only thing that I know about that show.
Speaking of arguing with the homies
The
about
plot of Power is a man who is 5'2" on a good day, and I know that because I've seen this man in real life. He is 5'2", but he is the toughest nigga in New York, and he runs around making horrible decisions both in his love life and in his drug dealer life, and also tries to be a legitimate businessman. And he thinks the only thing you have to do to be a legitimate businessman is just wear a suit all the time. Everything else in his life is just like him being a drug dealer, and the whole show just kind of devolves.
It's very good TV.
So it's like a whole show about Stringer Bell.
I don't know about you, but what I heard,
it's basically a show about Sugar Bell and his crazy white homeboy. His white homeboy is the craziest person in the world, but he's also really good at killing people. So
Love
like,
Tommy.
He serves values.
Love
But yeah, about arguing about movies and TVs with the homies. Me and Roy have been arguing about the movie Cloud Atlas for 2 years now. For
That's
no
how you-
reason.
That's how you know we're bros, man, because we haven't said, you know what, this podcast is done. Like, whatever.
Literally since we started this podcast, the two of us have been arguing about the movie Cloud Atlas. No one gives a fuck about Cloud Atlas.
I want to do the Cloud Atlas episode. I want the Cloud Atlas episode.
We have to be the leading podcast in the world of Cloud
Oh my
Atlas content. We've been arguing about this shit for 2 years.
2 years. My God, what a terrible bit. Like, people have to be fed up with this and that by now. Like, if you're still listening 100 episodes, or if you joined us halfway through, we've talked about it. Like, holy shit. me and my friends nearly weren't friends anymore after they went to go see, because like Interstellar was about to be the biggest movie that ever came out ever. And like I was like, just wait till I get off of work, we'll go see the movie, like everything. And they just like they just went and got high and saw it without me. And I was just like, it was the worst. It was the worst feeling in the world. I was like, did y'all just break up with me?
That's garbage. Actually, I feel
Come
bad
on.
for you.
It was a
This clearly
miscommunication.
still stings to this day.
Yeah, it does. It does, because I miss seeing it in the theaters with everybody else. I missed it.
Mark,
You didn't miss
I want to see the movie in theaters, Mark.
All right, we're
I want
going.
to go to the movies, Mark.
All right.
We are going long. All right, that has been a One Take Podcast. You can find us at One Take Pod on Twitter, One Take Pod on Instagram, TikTok. You can also find us on wherever you get your podcast. Actually, you can find us. Oh, Mo's gone. You can find us there. And also, I guess you can find us on Spotify. They haven't come. Big Spotify hasn't come for us yet.
We're still up. We're still up, baby.
I think they cut Dex's internet because he has been pixelated this entire time.
The whole time.
Trying to ruin us. They're trying to get us
Fuck
out of
you,
here.
Joe Rogan. Fuck
You look
Joe
like an
Rogan.
you look like an NBA paint painting. Yeah. All right. You can find us there, Dex. Where can they find what else we're working on, what we're doing, what we're selling?
PauloHOU.com. Check us out. Hottest Houston merch anywhere right now. Check it out. Also, you can click on the pop culture tab at the top. You can read me and Royden's reviews that we write. We're good at writing, so please read our reviews.
Okay.
Licorice Pizza review is still doing numbers, apparently. I guess like people are Googling Licorice Pizza bad movie a lot, and they're coming up with my review.
Licorice Pizza actually bad?
Licorice
Question
Pizza
mark?
stinks. So yeah, fuck that movie. But anyway, PauloHOU.com. Check us out. Buy the merch. You can buy a One Take Podcast shirt. Celebrate 100 episodes. Use promo code ONETAKEPOD, One Take Pod, for 10% off. It's great.
Coming up Saturday, February 26th into the 27th, 4 p.m. Central, 24 hours of Apollo's annual 24-hour charity stream going to Bregman Cares, Lance McCullers Jr. Foundation, and Kyle Tucker's foundation as well. Last year, they raised $10,000. This year, we're trying to raise more money, so please tune in for that. That will be on Apollo HOU's Twitch stream as well, raising money for, I know Lance McCullers Jr. raises money for local animal shelters as well. Have to get in on what Bregman and Kyle Tucker do, but also we raised 10,000. We're trying to beat that next year. That's the February 26th into the 27th, starting at 4 Central Time. So please tune in for that and donate if you can. What else are we doing, Dex?
Hashtag support Florence Pugh. 100 episodes of this. We already told y'all she's the god. She's coming. You know what's next for the next 100 episodes? More Florence Pugh shit. It's happening.
It's happening. All right. For Dex and Tej, I'm Royden. We're out.